computer. Hi everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel.
Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the notification on.
Make sure you smash the subscribe button and give it a thumbs up. Don't give
And
it thumbs down. And
don't forget to turn on notifications, bro.
make sure you go unsubscribe to my channel, cause that shit is trash.
Whose channel?
Your channel,
Well, I have 1,400 subscribers, bro.
do you?
Yeah, I do.
अच्छा, बस शुरू.
Shuru, bismillah.
मैं भूल क्यों यार?
Acha, let's go.
Oh,
No deadlock.
can you see my screen?
Yes, I can see. Are you showing something? Yeah, I can see that. Yeah.
Okay, make sure you guys zoom in, zoom in,
Just zoom kaise karte hain? Let me see.
zoom in.
It doesn't work.
Or I could just share this. Forget it.
That's fine. I can see it. I mean, I can open on my side of it. I mean, everybody can do it on their side.
No, okay, it's good. That's good.
Kidhar gaya, bhai?
Yeah.
Oh, you're not showing us the doc?
No, I'll show that afterwards. I'm gonna go
Oh,
for
okay.
mutual
Oh,
exclusion
okay.
and
Okay.
everything.
Okay. Okay.
I'll go everything, mutual exclusion, data coherence, and those stuff once again. ठीक है? That's good,
Ji.
Saima?
Ji.
Good.
Good. Good job. Okay.
Sorry.
Oh my god. अच्छा ठीक है.
He said good.
Okay.
Yeah,
Oh,
ठीक है.
especially for this exam, especially if you do like addition. Let's suppose I have something like x plus plus, or if I do subtraction, x minus minus. I don't like this pen. 1 second. Yes. And especially if you do x plus plus or x minus minus, these are split into 3 parts. Like I said last time, load, increment, store. And make sure you guys do respond. I get lonely over here, bro.
Hasib will help you.
So
Wait,
this,
what is that called? What's that process called? What is like this word? Like, what is this itself called?
I don't know what's it called, but like for the PC, for the computer, this process, just this code, it's divided into 3 parts. First, it seems like just one x plus plus. Let's suppose I have x equal to 20, right? Or like हम जब इसको code करेंगे ना, so for us it's basically 20 becomes 21, right? This is what we think happened, right? But for the PC, this gets divided into 3 steps. Okay. First, what happens is that let's suppose x equals to 20, right? Let's do something else. X equals to 40. So what the first thing that the PC does, it loads in, it takes a register, and this register could be anything. Let's suppose R1, S1, Umar1, anything. Or Saima, I could name it anything. Okay. So let's suppose the register I call R1. Okay. The PC takes a register that is in memory and gives it the value X, which is this 40. So R1 will be 40. Okay. So the next step is now if I increment, it's not gonna increment directly with X. So this is what's happening in the memory. In the memory, let's suppose this is our heap, right? And there's X over here. X gets stored 40, right? And then there's something like Y, Z, and then the PC takes after this register start. PC takes a register that is empty, right? And allocates 40 to it, loads 40, right? So this is what happens basically in the PC. Okay, Taram is joining. Yeah, Assalamualaikum Taram. So in the PC, X gets stored into register 1, and then when for the increment, it doesn't increment X. Basically, it starts incrementing R1. So this is what happens over here. The next step is increment register 1, R1 plus plus, which becomes 41. And the last step is X equals to register 1. So this changes to 41, and then this gets stored inside of this, and this becomes 41. So these are the 3 steps that happen for something as small as this. That makes sense?
Yes.
That makes sense? Saima, Lamia, Hasib,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
sure? I could repeat if you want.
I understand.
You sure?
Yeah.
Why was that such a dry yes? I'm joking. Okay, I'll repeat once again. So something as small as this gets divided into three steps. The first step is storing x. So let's suppose x plus plus, right? The first step would be storing x into a register in the PC, and the next step would be increment, which is R1 plus plus. But the thing is, when you increment, it does not increment directly this. It does not increment x directly. It increments the register where the x got stored into. Okay. And the last step is storing the register into x now. So this is how what happens in the PC. So this is how x gets added. And same things happens for the minus one. But instead of increment, you do decrement for minus. This is like the basic knowledge you need, because this we're gonna use this for sample two questions.
Got it.
This we're gonna use it. Trust me, this is gonna come a lot for sample two. So that's what I'm saying. If it makes sense, let me know. If it doesn't, I'll repeat again.
Makes sense.
Make sense, Saima? Oh, why not?
Yeah, makes sense.
Am I recording? Okay, yeah,
Yes, you
I
are.
am recording. Cool, cool. Acha. Now you guys ask what critical section is and what mutual exclusion is, right?
Yeah.
Critical section R is the part of a code, or you could say process, that has shared values. Okay, good.
Yes.
So, so let's suppose, yeah. So let's so let's suppose I have two processes. One process is called add, and the second process is, make sure you guys take notes, cause yeah, and the second process is drop, right? So I have that. I mean that took too much space. So let's suppose there's two processes, right? One is add and one is drop. And there's some code, and there's some code, some code, some code. And then in the middle, okay, before having this process, I have a value called, what should I name it? Give me any variable.
X.
X, give me something nicer, not X. X is to uh
ABC.
number, no.
Orange.
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 Yes.
Good job.
Good job. So let's put I call in orange. Give me any number.
7.
7, okay? Get int orange 7. So before starting both the processes, let me make this. Before doing both these processes, I call int orange equal to 7 outside the process, and I made this as a global variable. Global. So what global is? Orange is gonna be used by both the processes, process A and process 0 and process 1. So for process 0, I said orange plus plus, and process 1 orange minus minus. Basically what add is doing, it's basically, let's suppose I have a bucket of oranges. Add is adding orange into the bucket, and drop is taking out a orange from the bucket. That makes sense?
Yes.
So this line, you see orange, it's a global variable. This is the variable that's being shared across both the process. So we call this the critical section. So critical section is the part of a code that has shared variables.
So you mean the critical part is where the share variable is being called, or the process is happening with the shared variable?
The process that has the shared variables, or where the shared variables are called. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Normally what's gonna happen is that uh for the exam, she's gonna just be like, oh, this specific part is the critical section. She's gonna say that. Like she's gonna have a lot of code and be like, this is the critical section. Okay? Okay, let me ask you one more question. Let's suppose, okay, forget that we had this. Forget that we had this, okay? Let's suppose if I called int orange inside add. ठीक है ना? In orange inside add as 7. Do you think I can do orange minus minus over here or no? Over here.
No.
Why?
because it's outside of the scope.
Yeah, it's basically a local variable. It's out of the scope. So that's why right now, since it's a global variable, I could use it across multiple processes. Now I'm going to show what the issue for this is. Give me 1 second. Let me share the whole screen. Can you see my screen?
Yeah.
And guys, if it doesn't make sense, let me know. I'll repeat once again. I know it gets confusing. Um, Bible. So do you get what critical section is, right? Huh?
Yes.
Yes.
Do you, Arbab and Sadi, do you guys understand this? Or shall I repeat once again?
Yes, I understand that.
Saima, do you get this?
I do. Yes, I do. Yeah, I understand that one.
If you want, I could do this again because I feel like
No,
let me.
I understand that one. But if you want for the others, you can.
Okay, I'm gonna make a sequence and you guys just repeat after me. Okay. Okay.
See.
Okay.
So that's just good practice, you know. And if the screen is too big, just zoom in because I want to open. I want to keep both sides open. Okay. Keep ah. I'm going over this once again because understanding this is, important for sample 2.
Okay, gotcha, bro.
Okay, so let's suppose we have this code, eh? Add and drop. And add basically a plus plus, and drop is a minus minus. And you see how she said that this part of the code is the critical section, and this is the critical section. Okay,
ठीक है.
got you.
सही है.
And then she basically divided a plus plus into 3 steps: load, increment, and store. And see over here what she's saying, she just named this step. She's like, oh, a plus plus load is basically process 0, step 0. And then increment is process 0, step 1. Store is process 0, step 2. And same thing for over here, process 1, step 0, process 1, step 1, and process 1, step 2. Same thing for a minus minus, okay? So I'll just do a sequence and we'll see what the issue is if we have a wrong sequence. Because technically, okay, let me ask you a question. Let's suppose this is a bucket, right? And this has oranges. This has like 5 orange. Yeah, this has 5 oranges inside. Let's suppose I call the function add and then I call the function drop and there's 5 oranges. How many oranges should be after calling both functions?
Fine.
5, right?
5.
Technically 5. But I'll go over some sequences. After calling both functions, it's not 5, you know? And that's where the PC messes up. Even though for us, it's like, okay, but that's where the PC messes up. And just, okay, let's go over sequence. So let's suppose if we had a sequence P00, guys, close your eyes. I'm gonna scroll down.
Right. Oh, for the sequence. Okay. I'll close my eyes.
आंख बंद हो गए.
I'll use my phone. Hey, you. I see you looking at it.
हाँ तेरी आंख पे lost हो गए.
What happened?
Nothing.
What happened? Repeat that, bro. I'm gonna beat you up, huh?
I was raising up Umer.
Okay, yeah. So, okay. Okay, let's suppose I have a.
Yeah.
Give me a variable. We said 5. Let's make it 5, okay? And forget a. Forget a. We don't want a. Let's do oranges.
Okay.
Because I like oranges.
Okay.
Okay. And and we have like we have a project, and basically in the project we have two processes. One process adds up orange and another process drops orange. Okay, na?
Mhm.
And basically this sequence is basically how the PC executed the project, and we're gonna check if the sequence was correct or not.
0, 1, 0, 1.
Okay, what's over here?
Where?
P00, so it's gonna register. So it's
So
5.
that's 5. Yeah.
No, mm,
Wait, did I say something
Oh,
wrong?
you mean like the register? Like reload the register?
no, I'm saying, well, if Lamia and Sama wanna talk, let them talk.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's 5. 00 will be 5.
Okay, yeah. So we could name any register. Let's name it S1 and 5. So what happens in the next step? You can also
It's
look over here. This is 0001 is basically increment.
01 will be 6.
1 second. 01 will be 6. But what will be 6?
S1
S, right? Why not oranges? How
because
come?
we call the register to
Yes. Okay, that's good. I'm gonna just name this oranges. Okay. What's over here now? 1 minus 0. 1, yeah.
it's 5. I mean
And what?
L1 whatever. Lamia. L for Lamia.
Okay. L. Register L, 5. And and what about over here?
L is equal to 4.
L is equal to 4.
Mm.
And what about over here?
Now this is L is equal to orange is equal to 4, right?
Yes, oranges is equal to
Oh, smart, smart, smart.
L, which is equal to 4. What about over here?
That
Oh
would be 6.
Hmm?
6.
no.
Isn't it 6?
Yes,
Yes, yes. Good job.
I'm just
Good job.
kidding.
6. You
Why
see,
you put the L over there? Orange equal. Oh, what's that?
I said oranges is basically L, which is
Variable.
6, which
Is
is
it?
the, huh?
Yes, it should be
It's
S.
L or
No,
S?
sorry, S. S, yeah, you're right, bro. My fault. माफ कर दो यार. माफ कर दो यार.
Okay, yeah, Jeep, I don't know about this.
Okay, yeah.
I don't know, bro. I'm lost.
Okay, yeah, well, get the hell out. Go back. Go do your hacker rank, okay?
Arba, you know this already.
Okay,
Yeah,
yeah. You see, technically the answer should have been 5. What the answer is? 6.
6.
Okay, somebody tell me why there was a wrong answer.
Well, thing is two processes are registering two different things.
Yes.
Like one's giving 4, one's giving 6. Shouldn't it be both the
But
same?
it's just context switch and that makes data coherence, right?
Yes. So technically what should have happened is um when add happened, I mean when we called the function add, um before it stored 6 inside oranges, drop function came, and it stored the same number, same 5, inside its register. Technically it should have stored a 6, but it stored 5. And the reason for this is why this happened, it's because both add and drop access the CS at the same time, and that should not happen.
And
You get that?
that's okay. And what is that called? Data coherence, or what is it? What
So
does that mean?
data coherence is basically when uh, two processes access the CS at the same time and store wrong values. Or in simple words, you could say data coherence is um, variables
Variables.
storing wrong answers, values, or inputs.
Values. Variable storing wrong data. Okay.
Because technique, what should have happened is that you know how we went through 3 different steps, right? Increment,
Mhm.
I mean load, increment, and store, right? And there's two different load, decrement, and store. What should have happened is that this whole thing should have finished first before another process should have came. Or what happened is that before before it stored, another process came and it loaded the same value, and that should not happen. So
So
for
because it ran concurrently, that's the problem. It has to run sequentially.
it's supposed to run separately, and technically it's supposed to run separately in a way that both the process do not access CS at the same time. So an ideal and uh, an ideal project is one where two processes do not access CS at the same time.
Okay.
So basically वो क्या जब हम एक CPU बना रहे हो ना, any CPU, any project, when you make a CPU, any project, we should code it in a way, or we should program it in a way that two processes do not access CS at the same time.
Okay.
You get
And
that?
got
Because
it.
if you do, it could cause issues like this. It could cause like data coherence issues. And इसको basically बोला क्या कहते हैं? This theory or this theory or this type of programming is called mutual exclusion.
हाँ, यही मैं पूछने वाला था. Okay, nice.
Mutual exclusion is only when one process is able to access CS at a single time or at a time. So basically according to mutual exclusion, अगर कोई एक process, if process 1 is in the CS, basically if process 1 is executing apples plus plus, दूसरा process CS में नहीं जा सकता. It would be blocked, or it would be or basically it would wait to get into the CS.
सही है.
इससे कहते हैं mutual exclusion. And an ideal process or ideal CPU has mutual exclusion in there. ठीक है?
ठीक
Someone
है.
okay? Okay, let's go with Peterson's solution.
Got it.
Peterson's solution is like the most ideal type
Ideal
of
CPU, what?
what happened?
Ideal CPU has mutual exclusion.
An ideal CPU has mutual exclusion, yeah.
Okay, so
Okay, one more thing. An ideal CPU, or you could say ideal project or ideal synchronization, जो भी है, they have few things in them. Mutual exclusion, मैं लिख देता हूँ. An ideal CPU has the following. You could say CPU, or you could say program, or you could say project, has the following things. And project one में जाकर ना, you will see, if I don't have mutual exclusion, फिर project में कितना मसला आ जाता है.
yeah.
Once you do the project, bro, trust me, it's gonna be hard. Good luck on the project.
तू है ना.
An ideal CPU has the following things: no delay, no starvation, no deadlock, mutual exclusion, and what's the last thing? No data coherence. Data coherence कितना पूछेंगे नहीं. Mostly the professor is gonna ask mutual exclusion and starvation, and she also asks deadlock. No
So,
delay
yeah.
and no data coherence she won't ask.
So if
Is
there's
that
mutual,
What happened?
is that no mutual exclusion, or will
Mutual
we
exclusion.
have
Exclusion satisfied.
Satisfied, yeah. Mutual exclusion, yes.
so if we have mutual exclusion, that means automatically we don't have no data coherence, right?
Yes, you don't have data coherence. Yep. Okay, let me show you an example of mutual exclusion. Or I could say If you look at Bible's notes, right? Astaghfirullah. But if you look at Bible,
Why you guys put this name?
it's not ours, but yeah, it's somebody put it. If you look at the Bible,
God.
but don't look at the Quran though. Read the Quran. It's Ramadan's coming. Okay,
Yeah.
okay. If you look at the Bible, Ivan showed like basically what the professor showed different types of code, and like in different types of code, there's like different issues that came up. I'm just saying attempt one, she's like, okay, something was satisfied, something else was not satisfied. And then she did attempt two, something else was satisfied, something else was not satisfied. And at the end, she's like, the ideal solution is the Peterson solution. It's like when you make a code, uh, you would want that in the pattern of your Peterson solution.
Yeah, but why she said it will have half point of
Because
completion?
if she gives you a question, if she gives you a question and you don't know how to answer, let's suppose she gives you some code. Let's suppose she gives you this code, right? And she's like, oh, prove mutual exclusion and starvation. No starvation. Or अगर आपको नहीं आता ना, if you don't know how to do this, and if you don't know how to prove for this specific code, just prove it for Peterson's solution. Because Peterson's solution, she gives the answer for it in class. So उसको बस रट्टा मारना है.
But
Just
she
memorize your ass off for that.
Wait,
but
you
still,
can teach. You can teach this, right?
I'm gonna teach this in a minute.
she'll
Okay.
give us half point though.
What happened?
She said she'll give us half point.
Yeah, she'll give you half points. That's like, honestly, that's fair though. At least
Yeah.
she's giving something. अगर ये नहीं आता तो at least get this right.
Oh my God. It's
What
gonna
happened?
be hard.
What
Because
happened?
it's gonna be hard.
Yeah, yeah. Honestly, I put both Peterson solution and this. I'm like, अब कर लो, क्या करोगी? I'm not joking. Trust me.
I'll do that too.
One question I got stuck, and like I think Ahmad did the same thing. We both answers.
I'll write those and then Peterson's solution. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So that's okay. Um. We did this last time, but I'll go over this once again before we start sample two. For sample one, we'll do next time because this session I think we should focus more on sample two. I'm gonna just go this once again so that we can understand what mutual exclusion is. Okay? So let me repeat. What is mutual exclusion? Somebody tell.
When two processes can enter the CS at the same time.
Yes, only one process is able to enter at one time. And let me give you one example. Acha. Ha. Ha. Let's suppose we have this, right? We have this. Okay, let me do this on the side. Okay? Look at this and look over here. And zoom in. We have two processes. Oh, okay. Okay. We have two processes, process 0 and process 1. Okay? And the shared variable in both the processes turn. Let's suppose we start turn off with 0. I don't like the color, bro. Turn is the shared variable. A turn is something that's been initiated before the process started. Okay? And let's suppose I start off with process 0. So this is line 1. And when you when you see this is busy wait. This could have maybe like 1,000 lines in them, or it could have like one line inside. So don't stress about that. Just be like, जब वो इसके अंदर आएगा तो it's basically stuck inside. That makes sense?
Yes.
So yeah, na, because she basically this means busy wait, and when you have to say this in the exam, be like it's busy waiting. Okay, ठीक है. Let's the CPU started off with process 0, and it executes the first function. So what happens in the first function? Is it true? Is it false? Does it get stuck inside, or does it move to the next line?
Move to the next line.
Why?
Because the condition is not satisfied.
How?
It's saying turn is not equal to 0, then run the do busy wait, but it is 0, so you skip that part.
When does it busy wait?
When the turn is other than 0, anything other than 0.
Good. So we do line 1. line 1, which is false. So no is busy wait. ठीक है? No busy wait.
Wahab,
Huh?
explain again why it's false.
It's false because turn is 0, right?
Uh-huh.
Turn is 0, and this is saying any value except 0. If it's any value except 0, then go inside the curly braces.
Okay.
So basically, this is what it's saying. This is what to make it easier. This is same as saying while turn
Is equal to.
is equal 1.
Mhm.
Let's suppose if we just do 0 or 1. This is basically what it's saying. So right now it's not 1, so it's false, you know.
Okay. Understand.
But in this case, it's like anything besides 1. So it could be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, anything, you know. That makes sense, Saima?
Yes.
So it's like anything besides 0. But क्या मसला है यार इसको? नहीं दिल नहीं कर रहा. अच्छा, so you see over here, it starts off with 0. Even though उसने यहाँ पे कहा नहीं है, but like let's suppose it starts off with 0. ठीक है? So it starts off with 0. This is false, so it's not gonna go inside, and there's no busy wait. So it moves on to the next line. And now process 0 is in CS. It's in the critical section. That makes sense? Everybody, that makes sense?
जी.
Someone like
Yeah.
gay?
Yep.
Bob knows this. Sorry. Process 0 is in CS. Let's suppose CPU decides to move to process 1. Because according the thing is, a CPU can move between process 0 and process 1 at any time. It could be moody and it moves on to process 1, you know? Don't think that the CPU would execute process 0 entirely, then move to process 1. If something like it could move to process 1 whenever it wants, you know? And when it moves to process 1, this just stops over here. It stops over here, you know? And then it executes afterwards once it moves back to process 0. That makes sense? So basically क्या हुआ है? After CS, let's suppose CPU moved to process 1 and executes the first line. What's the first line? Guys, what's the first line?
It's true.
It's
It's true. Why is it true?
I'll let someone else answer that.
Yeah, why is it true? Remember, turn is 0. Why is it true?
yeah. Because it said it's one. How do I? Hold on.
It's saying it's anything besides 1.
Anything besides one.
Yeah, it's
No.
anything. If it's
Can
anything,
be 0.
yeah, can be 0.
So
Yeah,
that's true.
that's true. If it's true, what happens?
It goes to CS.
Yes.
It goes to busy wait. It goes inside
Oh,
this.
business, yeah.
Okay, now we know it's inside busy wait.
Yeah.
When does it come outside of busy wait?
Oh, when it's equal to 0, yeah.
Yeah, when
When the condition turns to 1, right?
when the condition becomes
Yeah.
false,
Mhm.
when condition becomes false, exits busy wait.
Okay.
That makes sense? समझ लगी सबको?
हाँ जी.
नहीं लगी मैं ज्यादा. Okay, ठीक है. This exits the busy wait when this condition becomes false. Let me ask you guys.
Okay.
According to this entire both the process, what makes this false? Or when does turn become 1?
When P0 exits CS.
And why? Then what happens?
Because the turn becomes 1 and then
Yes.
it goes to P1
Yes.
and enter to CS.
So
Okay.
basically it exits the CS and come over here, right?
Mm-hmm.
So once, okay, let me track over here. Okay. So we move back to process 0 because P1 is right now stuck inside this. It's stuck and it can't do anything. Basically वो बाहर नहीं आ सकता जब तक हम P0 CS से बाहर नहीं निकल सकता. ठीक है? So now P0 leaves CS and goes to next line, which is turn equals to 1. Or turn equals to 1. When it leaves CS and makes turn equal to 1, उसकी वजह से क्या होता है? Basically what happens because of this? When turn becomes 1, what happens in the code?
Should I say? I mean, I'll just call on people, otherwise I'll say the answer.
Hasi, Lamia,
Uh,
Salma, what happens?
It will go to P1 and then enter to CS critical section, right?
Yes. So when this leaves CS,
Mhm.
this leaves CS, and this becomes 1, what happens is that जब this becomes 1, it allows the while loop to become false and allows P1 to enter CS.
Mhm.
So P1 can enter CS. So what does this prove? According to this, according to both of them, like when you look at both the process, what does this prove?
दोनों CS में नहीं जा सकते.
कि एक वक्त में दोनों CS नहीं जा सकते. We
And
tried.
with the exclusion satisfied.
Yeah. You guys know Urdu or no?
Can't hear you. Say that again.
Lamia, do you know Urdu?
G.
Okay, ठीक है. देखो.
Ask Simon if she knows it. I don't know. I think she struggles it.
Simon knows Urdu, I know.
Oh, she does? Okay, then you're good.
Yeah,
देखो.
I know.
देखो एक वक्त में ना basically एक वक्त
But this code, this program, I'm just entering my head. It's still confusing, but
It's so confusing. Oh.
yeah.
अब देखो जब ये CS में था ना, when this was in CS, this could not go into CS. ये क्यों नहीं CS में जा सका? क्योंकि it was stuck over here. This was stuck over here. When does this go into CS? क्योंकि देखो this was true, and the only way to make this false is basically when we hit this. But when we hit this, P0 leaves CS. P0 leaves CS, right? When it leaves CS, then this becomes false and this can enter CS. So according to this, हमने कोशिश की थी कि दोनों processes को CS में एक साथ डाल दे. हमने पहले इसको भी CS में भेजा था. Then we tried making this go to CS too, but this did not go because this got blocked over here. ये यहाँ पर stuck हो गया था, and it says that according to the whole thing, it says that जब ये this becomes unblocked, जब ये CS से निकलकर और यहाँ पर जा सके, and this basically says that mutual exclusion satisfied.
सही है.
That makes sense? I know it's-
Why it's sahi hai? Can you like last two sentences repeat it like before sahi hai you say.
Umar, you want to explain? So that I help
Okay,
you?
so we're stuck in the busy wave for P1, right?
Uh-huh.
P1, right? Busy wave, we're stuck in there. So we cannot exit the loop, right? Until turns become 1. And the only way turn can become 1 if P0 leaves the CS. So when P0 leaves the CS, the while loop will be false. So it can leave this for P1, it can leave this the while loop and it can enter the CS. And that means PU0 is currently not in the CS because the turn just turned equal to 1. So at the same time, they cannot be the CS because one is in the CS, the other one is stuck in the while loop.
This is saying that when it's not 0, and this is saying when it's 1, not 1. So if it starts off with 0, it starts off with 0. Or when it's 0, this is true, and when it's 0, this is false. एक वक्त में सिर्फ एक हो सकता है, you know? Both are not true, you know? And this shows that acha, this is the thing that's blocking one of them to go into CS. And this is the thing that's like helping us to implement mutual exclusion. Because if we never had this line of code, let's suppose we never had this line of code, both the process can just go straight into CS, and that violates mutual exclusion. Just like over here, just like if you look over here, if you open the Apple and Origins, if you look at this over here, right? This is the CS, right? हमारे पास कोई while loop नहीं था at the start. We had no while loop, and since we had no while loop, it did not enforce mutual exclusion, or it just let both the processes just go straight into CS.
So it's basically the turns, they're opposite, so which is allowing one to be in the CS, the other one to wait in the while loop. So if both of the turns were like, if you flip them around and make them turn equal to 0 and the other one make it to 1, then they would both be in the while loop because both of the No, would they be in the while loop, or
एक वक्त में
they will be in the CS together, right? Then
yes, एक वक्त में according to this code, only one is in the CS at a time. So let's suppose I started off with turn 1, because over here we started off with turn 0, है ना? If I started off with turn 1, then P1 पहले चलेगा. P1 is not gonna be stuck, and then it's gonna go over here and blah blah, you know.
सही है.
समझ गए? We'll go over sample 1 questions more next time, because we did last time. Let's do sample 2, because sample 2 is more about this. It's more about data coherence.
So wait, so in terms of Peterson's solution, what does it have to do with this?
Yeah. So if you look at, okay, if you look over here, देखो ना, if you look over here, this satisfies mutual exclusion. And then if you look at this code, you say, in this code, mutual exclusion is violated. This code, mutual exclusion is violated. And then in this code, no starvation is also not satisfied. It's not satisfied. And then also, I think no deadlock is also not satisfied. And then professor ने code दिया, then she's like, अच्छा इस वाले में mutual exclusion है, but इस वाले में मेरे ख्याल से वो नहीं है, starvation नहीं है. And even in the exam, she goes over a couple of questions. I'll show you. She goes over a couple of questions. Some satisfy starvation, some do not. Mostly do not satisfy starvation, and mostly do not satisfy mutual exclusion too. So what she's saying is that the Peterson solution is the ideal type of code that satisfies all 5 things.
Wait, is it a code or a sequence?
It's a type of sequence.
So what exactly do we have to remember for it?
This is the main line, while loop.
The turn equal and the turn, okay, they're both the same. Alternative, okay.
So Peterson solution basically, but like, yeah, it's like, let's suppose you have a couple, you have 2 processes, Hannah, because you're gonna do this for project 1. So let's suppose you have 2 projects, and in the project there's a part that has global variables, Hannah. So how do you implement global variables in a way that 2 processes do not access them at the same time? That's where these stuff come in, flags and the while loop and having a remainder section, you know.
Yeah.
It's like, you know, it's kind of confusing, but it makes sense. It'll get easier.
So wait, a question about, so in terms of the exam, when she's asking us to, like, you can give the Peterson solution for half of credit, what is she expecting us to write in it?
She's gonna expect you to write. Give me 1 second. Did you do sample 1 questions or no?
Oh, we have done, yeah, the sequence, yeah.
Did you do it? Someone like you, उसमें या नहीं?
हाँ, लगी थी, हाँ. Well, we did it in class just this Wednesday, yeah. Yeah, this Wednesday.
But in general though, because last time we went over sample 1. Did you look at the recordings?
Oh, no, I have not.
अच्छा, जब recording में देखोगे वापस आना, फिर बोलूँगा, कहूँगा. So उसको बाद में करते हैं. Thing is, I'll go over this once again if you have time. But let's go over sample 2 questions, you know.
Yeah, let's go.
But वो देखना है, पर देख flag separate है. Flag एक का 0, एक का 1 है.
छोटे को बोल माइक अनम्यूट करे ताकि we can listen for his question.
Peterson solution में हर चीज satisfy हो रही है. सही solution है ये बिल्कुल. हाँ, ये इसको अगर study this and then come back. And I'll tell you a way that you could like prove all the starvation and deadlock. You just have to like make sequences, different type of sequences.
उमर
जी भाईजान.
छोटे 2 कप चाय.
What?
छोटे 2 कप चाय.
Who's
Nothing.
speaking?
Go on. Move forward. Go on. Move forward.
Which is it? The Porto.
I know, bro. Trust me, it is high type of assignment by everyone. This is kind of confusing, but once you do more practice, especially exam questions, it makes more sense. And then let's do sample 2. Mama वापस आएंगे इसमें, because this is harder than sample 2 in my opinion.
Oh, okay.
Harder, I'll say more confusing.
Okay.
Give me 1 second. Kanda is kind of like, yeah.
316 एग्जाम
Oh,
मुझे
why am
किसने
I opening
कराया
316?
क्या है
I finished 316. Don't wanna study.
How did you finish 316? I'm struggling.
316
I struggled a lot.
316 is easy, bro.
Light work, right?
That's light work, bro.
For you, maybe.
No, but it's like a lot of practice. 316. Should we go over this?
Simon, yeah, teach me
I
316.
even memorize a lot of his stuff and then just throw it in the like vomit on the exam.
Did you took 316?
Yeah, I finished.
You finished? You passed? That's
Yeah.
good.
She's about to graduate, bro. She's a senior.
That's good, mashallah. Okay, ये देखो. Give me 1 second. ऐसी पानी ला देगा?
Yeah, make him
ला
your.
दे ना.
Well,
Please,
go do recording बाद में देख ले. You're not gonna miss
please,
anything.
please.
You have teacher at your home,
Ah,
Hassan.
bhai. I
Oh,
wish
इधर
I had a teacher at my home, bro.
वो दे. Dustbin. दे ना.
वहाँ मैं तेरे घर आ रहा हूँ मंडे के दिन.
मंडे के दिन मैं फिर घर से जा रहा हूँ.
Where?
I'm joking. क्योंकि तू आ रहा है. I'm joking.
I'm gonna stay over my cousin's house.
Bro, who just laughed?
कौन है भाई?
यार बाप कहाँ से आया अचानक से?
What do you mean, Achanak? I've been here.
I know
Yeah.
you've
He
been
knows
here.
everything
No,
already.
you've been here, but you're spying on us, bro.
No, what you call it? Because I'm also trying to listen and I'm kind of feeling a little lost now, you know?
No way. How you feeling lost, bro?
Seriously, you got lost?
No,
I
No.
heard Arab studying like 2 weeks before.
No,
Yeah.
not even 2 minutes. A month ago.
He finished everything. Now he's like confused, you know? That's what happened when you study extra, you know?
Yeah,
No,
bro, you
like,
study extra and then you lose your brain.
सही कह रहा भाई सही कह रहा
तो दिमाग वो तेरा दिमाग खत्म हो गया. मैं कह रहा हूँ ना पढ़ाई कर. Don't study. Keep your brain, you know?
Just like me, bro. Like इसके बाल साले चले गए इसकी वजह से.
हाँ. If you
हाँ
study,
तेरे
देखो, if you study more, the more brain you're gonna lose. Just never study. Don't do nothing in life. You're gonna have 100% of your brain. Like
That's
a
true, bro.
पठान
That's
करते ये हैं. Oh,
Yeah,
भाई ये करते तो बहुत पहुंचते फिर आगे लाइफ पे
What did you say?
वो क्या बोला भाई कुछ समझ नहीं आया. My love is Urdu, bro.
कहता वो पोस्ट होंगे.
पछताओगे, bro. That's what he said.
Guys, this is
Ababa, I love you, man.
guys, this is gonna be on my YouTube channel.
I
Bro.
want to say something in Bangla.
Bro, this video is not allowed to go beyond from these 6 people, bro.
Oh my God, he's good at everything except the language.
Bangla. Bro, man, we should start Khan Academy, bro.
Khan Academy?
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. I'll be the assistant, bro, teaching you, helping you.
Yeah, bro. Okay, this was our break. Give me 1 second. Let me cool my brain. Okay, read the question. Read the question.
As part of a fall festival, judges are participating in a raffle.
Read out loud.
Yeah, read loud.
As part of a fall festival, the 10 children are participating in a raffle. Each child contributes to the raffle with $10 tickets, and the total amount is updated. The child receives a ticket sub I that contains a unique number. Out of these numbers, 5 are considered winning numbers. After all children get their tickets, the clown randomly picks a winning number. He searches for who has the same ticket number. The clown should award the winner with $20. The total amount is updated next until he runs out of money. He runs out of money. He picks another winning number. At the end of the festival, the winners are called. Each winner should leave with $20.
Someone like you?
नहीं कुछ पता नहीं क्या पढ़ा.
कैसे पढ़ा? Read this again.
अच्छा 10 children से और $10 ticket each है. 5 are winning numbers. Okay.
No, 10 children are participating.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
What did I say?
You said $10 or something.
It is $10.
Okay, as part of a festival, 10 children are participating in a raffle. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Each child contributes to the raffle with $10 tickets, and the total amount is updated. Okay. Okay, I see what's going on. Okay. The child receives a ticket I that contains a unique number. Okay. Um, out of these numbers, 5 are considered winning numbers. After all the children get their tickets, the clown randomly picks a winning number. He searches for who has the same ticket number. The clown should award the winner with $20. Then the total amount is updated. Next, he will run out of money. Wait, next until he runs out of money. He picks another winning number. At the end of the festival, the winners are called. Each winner should leave with $20.
जो तो
Okay.
clown कुछ पैसे नहीं बनाता. He gets $100, he gives back $100.
Yes. That's a Bob, bro.
एकदम clown है भाई.
Does it make sense? मैंने बताना नहीं है मैंने bro. Trust me, it took so much time for me, Ahmad and Hani to understand this. मैं नहीं किसी को समझा रहा ये.
तो
I'm
मैं
not
समझ
keeping.
गया ना. We are on the right track or no?
Read this now.
Arba, read, bro, so I can understand.
Okay, all child processes and clowns are execute. Wait.
भाई क्या पढ़ रहा है भाई? अच्छा, oh.
Okay, execute concurrently. The following questions are independent from one another. Okay, pay attention how these shared variables are accessed. Okay, considering that all children get their tickets and the clown picked each of the 5 winning numbers, is it possible for a child who has a winning ticket to starve, never get out of the
Oh my God.
not called I? If not, explain. If yes, you give execution. Oh, lucky कसम ये क्या बात है?
अच्छा, मतलब वो same number बार बार आ जाए. I don't know. like क्या मतलब इसका?
Hey, I'm lost. I'm lost, bro. What about you?
Bro, I'm lost too, bro. Don't worry, bro.
Read the code. I'm not gonna tell the answer right now. I want you guys to suffer first.
सफर यार क्या है
I
यार?
mean that's how you guys did it first. Now we're doing it. So you know.
अच्छा, you are about read the code as well.
Read the shared
What?
variables.
Shut the hell up. You do it.
Read the code. Read the shared variables. Read everything.
Guys, read the code for 2 minutes.
Is
तू
zero.
पढ़ा यार, हमारे लिए पढ़ा यार. I understand better when somebody's reading to me.
Unos, dos, tres, tontos.
Okay, Umar, I'll try.
Those क्या होता है?
So winner I से लेके 1 I से लेके 10 तक है. Total number is 0. Total amount is 0. Take it सब numbers are सारे variables है. अच्छा. 2. I'm gonna take it. I is less than or equal to 10. Okay.
Fine.
Number on winning ticket equal number on ticket call I j sub equal true. So sub j equal true. So give the price. ये क्या लिखा है भाई? Sleep random ये क्या है?
Oh, bro, I did.
It's just a function. It gives a price.
Okay, give the price. Okay. Total amount minus. Okay, plus you okay. And it's that code. The child किधर call हुआ है? Is it? Yes. Okay. Total amount plus. Okay, that's a collection of it. You think it's a while is not while not call I. Okay, right?
Busy wait.
Oh.
Winner plus plus.
Wait, how? What happened?
Nothing.
जब तक कॉल नहीं किया उस नंबर को किसी वेट करो. नहीं, हाँ करो. किया या नहीं किया?
नहीं किया.
अगर नहीं किया तो बिजी वेट करो. अच्छा.
भाई बाबा
Kind of. Yeah. Post के फिक्र ना कर.
Plus plus while when less than 5.
Yo, forget the code. Understand the problem first.
समझ गए भाई?
फिर से बता मुझे क्या हुआ है.
अच्छा, 10 लोग हैं. Each ticket is $10.
Oh, bro, speak English, please.
Okay, there's 10 children participating. There, each ticket costs $10,
Okay.
and 5 people are gonna win out of
Okay.
those 10.
Okay.
And so I guess 5 people are chosen randomly,
Mhm.
and each of them are awarded $20. Is that it?
Mhm.
I mean, basically,
No, it
he
says
searches for someone who has the same ticket, right?
yeah, until
Clown
he
can
runs
cost-
out of money.
Like if the clown has the number, right? Now he has to look for the kids who has the same ticket number, to give the winner. And then the clown will give the winner $20, basically.
So the problem is if he calls the same ticket over and over, because we're not turning,
Yeah. So
we're not checking, we're not checking if call sub j is equal to true or not before we actually give the money, or no?
Do you guys discuss?
Bro, what do you think? I feel like one person can get the $100 like 2020 over and over, because we're not checking if that person has been called or not. We're just setting it to true.
But
So
bro,
the other fives are starving.
but bro, look at what the question is saying. It's saying, is it possible for a child who has a winning ticket to starve?
That's what I'm saying.
Which,
I just
when
said
I'm
that.
thinking about it, there is a possibility if you think of it.
We'll never get out of wild called. See, the thing is,
Yes, actually, yes. Because if there's data coherence, one child with one ticket number can be called out twice. So
Exactly.
imagine if that happens, right?
यही मैं कह रहा था ना, तो पांचवा बच गया फिर ना, he's not gonna get the money फिर.
अगर 5 में से 4 को पिकअप करते हैं और
हाँ,
एक को 2 बार पिकअप करते हैं तो बेचारे
हाँ,
5 को कुछ मिलेगा नहीं.
यही मैं कह रहा था. हाँ, exactly.
हो सकता है ना
हो सकता है ना.
वहां पे.
No, you guys discuss. Let me know. I don't understand anything right now.
कोर्ट का point of view से नहीं देख रहे भाई हम तो ऐसे ही
No,
मतलब
because no, we have to understand.
Because if you look at
called.
line number 4, right? He searches for who has the same ticket number.
Mhm.
yeah.
So that thing is confusing me. Like, what the hell is that?
Tell me, bro. Tell me.
So we also have to take in account for the function that's not there already, not called, I guess, not called sub I.
Since each ticket number is unique, how the hell can you get the same ticket number? There is only one option, data coherence, I guess.
Okay.
I mean, I was looking at it from that perspective, but I guess I have to. So
Is it possible for a child who? Yes, it is possible. Give us C.
what do you think?
But the thing is, they are unique numbers.
Yeah, random
I
pick.
think unique numbers can also be the same if you think about it.
Hmm?
Unique numbers could also be the same.
Let me think, bro. मैंने खुद नहीं सोचा अभी तक.
Wait, let me see.
Possible for a clown to never go home, as if the condition will never get false. Explain and give a sequence. Okay.
Wait, why is it saying wild winner is less than 5? It shouldn't be. Okay, if it's 5, then what happens?
Busy.
Dude, I don't know what the hell
Get
is.
money, go home. I'm saying yes, that's it. Never get out while not called.
Oh, okay. I got the answer.
Yo, come on, bro. How
फिर कुछ hint तो दो, हम सही path पे, wrong path पे क्या कर रहे हैं भाई?
Oh, bro, he wants us to suffer first, then he'll give us the answer.
No, trust me, suffer, bro. We
मैं तो
suffer
enjoy
for-
कर रहा हूँ भाई.
we suffer
Chocolate खा
for
रहा हूँ.
one day.
अच्छा. Let's think of this.
Bro, देखो जो तुम लोगों को मैंने समझाया ना बाकी सारा Peterson solution everything, bro. We spend good amount of time understanding those shit.
Each minute,
And
alright.
I explain in 2-3 hours.
At the end of
मैं चाहता हूँ तुम लोग suffer करो. I like to suffer, bro.
You like to suffer, or you like to make others suffer?
Omar, you want to start again?
Okay, let's start again.
Okay. Wahab?
1 second.
What?
क्या भाई, क्या दिखा रहा भाई हमें?
I love suffering.
पाकिस्तानी क्यों आया भाई automatically भाई? ये this is racist, bro.
Oh, गोरी लोग को देख रहे हैं.
अभी देखो जरा.
Can't hear
अबे
that.
आवाज नहीं आ रही वहाब.
Can't you hear?
No, I can't hear. It's unfortunate.
Can you hear?
लिंक भी भेज दे.
बाजी मैं
अब आ
हूँ
रही
ना
है.
मैं हूँ इट्स इन गिलगित बल्तिस्तान के पास है.
गिलगित
बहुत
बलूचिस्तान?
प्यारी जगह है और मुझे सफरिंग का बहुत शौक है. आई लव टू सफर और मैं बस सफर कर करके यहाँ पे आई हूँ. बहुत लवली है. मैं यू ऑल सफर टेक केयर.
Yo, this video might end up in like next semester's people's hands or whatever, and they're gonna be like, "What's going on?"
Okay, this part.
Okay.
Okay, let's start now. Should I?
I mean, you can start recording when you start talking again. When we're practicing, you don't have.
Okay, I'm leaving. Bye.
No.
It's
You
late,
guys,
yeah.
you guys hurt me, bro.
What? I said it was nice. Like,
No, bro, you guys hurt me, bro.
Good.
They're all lying, bro. It's
I like
ugly
it
as hell, bro. You see
I-
that S, bro?
okay.
The S, bro, looks like a pigeon, bro.
Bro, it looks like your face, bro. Get the hell out. It's better than your face. It's better than your life.
Bro, it's more crooked than my face, bro.
I think let's go. Okay, let's understand the question first before we actually move on to everything. So they're saying we have a festival, and in the festival we have 10 students. Oh yeah, we have 10 students. ठीक है कितने हैं?
पाँच,
10.
छः, सात, आठ,
And
नौ,
then
10.
we have one big arbab.
वो clown.
Okay, we have arbab clown. ठीक है? We have 10 students, and then each child contributes to the raffle with $10. All of them have to pay $10. Okay, and then every time a child comes, the total amount is updated. So we have some shared variables. One is winner, then we have total amount, tickets, number called, and that's it. We're gonna go over what each of them does. So total amount after all 10 come in becomes 100. Okay, this becomes $100. And the total amount is updated every time a child comes in. So you see every time, so there's going to be 10 child process, not one child process. There's going to be 10 child processes. So every time a child comes in or a child process runs, the total amount just gets updated. It adds, and then it becomes this. Let me make this smaller so it's easier. Come on. Yeah, the total amount gets updated. And the child receives a ticket I that contains a unique number. And then ticket is also a shared variable. And then every child gets a ticket. Let's suppose we have an array, which is ticket I. 5, 6, 7, 8, 10. So this is tickets. So let's suppose we have 10 kids, and then let's give them random tickets. So let's suppose 1, 3, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then 10. Okay? And this ticket represents child 1, this 2, 3, 4, and so on until it goes to 10. Hello, can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
I'm
Okay.
just making all of this so that once we do the code, trust me, you're gonna get lost. So that's why I'm making everything at the top. So once we start looking at the code, it's easier for us to track. Then the child receives a ticket. Each child receives a ticket that contains a unique number. Out of these numbers, 5 are considered winning numbers. So इनमें से 5 जो होंगे, they're gonna be winning numbers. After all children get their tickets, after every children gets their tickets, the clown randomly picks a number. So next step is clown randomly picks a number. Let's suppose the first number it picks is, what the hell? First number it picks is 8 as a winning number. Okay? First number it picks, the winning number is 8. He searches for who has the same ticket number. So this for loop is to search for who has the winning number. Okay? Hello?
Wait,
I'm gonna go over the code afterwards, like in detail, but just get the point. I'm just breaking it down right now. This for loop is to check who has the winning number. This for loop and if statement. So he checks who has the winning number. So the first person who has the winning number is child 6. So 6 is the winner. 6 is winner, as 6 has the winning number. Oh my god, my head hurts. The clown should award the winning with $20. So yeah, so the clown gives that student $20, and what happened is the total amount which was
80.
total amount becomes 100 to
मसला हो गया भाई
what happened?
लूप तो बहुत आगे चला गया
Yeah, but देखना when we do the loop, then I'll start explaining in detail. Yeah. So he searches for who has the same ticket number, and then the clown should award the winner with $20. So जब वो winner को $20 देगा, जो total amount जो पहले 0 थी, it becomes 100, and then after giving $20, it becomes 80. And the clown should award it, and then the total amount is updated next until he runs out of money. And he keeps on repeating this 4 more times. क्या यार? He does this. Sorry, guys. Yeah, he does this 4 more times until 100 becomes 80 and 80 becomes $0.
Mhm.
That makes sense? Until he runs out of money, until total amounts become 0. At the end of the festival, the winner are called. Each winner should leave with $20. That makes sense?
Yeah.
Okay, now let's go over the code. Understand this code nicely, because project 1 is going to be similar. Okay, let's go over the code. So let me ask you guys something. I said this before too, but let's see if you guys got. How many clowns do we have?
एक
A clown, right?
Mhm.
How many children do you have?
10
10.
Hmm.
We have 10 children. So okay, let me ask you one more thing. If you were making a code, if you were writing a program, or if you were making a CPU, how many clown processes, or you could say clown classes, would you make?
wouldn't it just
One.
process?
Clown
Or
process or what? How
10
many how many
more than
clown
one.
how many clown process would you make?
I mean, just one, right?
I
Yes.
said 10
Why
Why
10? There's
10?
one clown.
अच्छा सही है एक ही बेर होगा
Yeah, it's
जिसे
one clown giving the $20 if they find a winner, right?
Yeah, because
Yeah.
there was one clown process. Ah, ठीक है?
Mm-hmm.
Who's there's one clown process, and how many child processes should you make?
10.
Wait,
You
no,
sure?
no. Child
Fine.
process would be one because their job is
Fine.
only to see if they have the unique ID for the winner,
So
right?
five, right?
How many child processes would you make?
How many child will we make? Only 5.
Why 5? बाकी 5 की जिंदगी नहीं है.
Yeah, 10 because there is a
There's
possible.
a while loop inside the child while winner lesson 5.
Well, that's something else. वो बाद में करेंगे. But अब इसको छोड़ो, code को छोड़ो. मैं कह रहा, if you were making a project or CPU, how many child processes would you make?
One.
Well, we every child would have separate IDs, so 10.
So
10.
we'll make 10 child
10
process.
10 process ID versus PID. Yeah.
10 child process.
I was right.
Yes.
You're
Good job,
always right,
Lamia.
bro.
Good job,
I
Lamia.
know you're always right.
ठीक है?
It is.
So, when we अभी मैं इसको I'll go over this and then it'll make more sense. Saima, does it make sense? You've been quiet for a minute.
Yes, it is.
It does. ठीक है ना? Just understand अभी क्या हो रहा है. Just understand what's going on. There's a festival. 10 students. क्या यार? 10 students are coming in, and then each student gives in $10, and then the total amount becomes 100, and then each student gets a ticket. Each student gets a ticket over here. It's random numbers, and then once each student gets a ticket, a winner is called. Let's suppose the first winner is ticket number 8. So he gets a ticket and he gets $20. Yay, profit. And then this repeats 4 more times. Like first could be 8, then could be 7, then could be 10, 3, 2, and 1. So it happens 4 more times, and the 100 becomes $0. ठीक है?
Okay.
When this happens, then the festival is over. Yo, man. What
Sorry.
is this behavior, bro? What is this? So let's go with this. So this array is taken. What's the number? What is number? What the hell?
Number is
Oh,
probably the winner.
number on winning ticket. So
Yeah.
okay, number on winning ticket. Yeah, हाँ इसने गलत किया है. The professor. No, okay, yeah, this is. Yeah, forget that. This
This
is this isn't
ticket
supposed to.
number, right? Isn't that
This
the ticket number?
Yeah, this isn't supposed to be array. This is supposed to be just an int. But yeah, forget that. Mostly look at this ticket, and then what is called. Yeah. Okay, there's another array called. I can't pronounce. But let me make it underneath this. There's one more array called. Hey. Okay, there's one more. This is the ticket array, and this is called array. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. ठीक है. So technically, what called array does, it starts off with false or maybe null in all of them, and null all of them, and whichever student, let's suppose the first time was ticket number 8, which is student 6. Whichever student is basically the winner, it makes it true. So it makes it true and says that this student was called. So first was ticket number 8, then ticket number 7, so it makes this true. Then ticket number 10, it makes this true. Ticket number 2, it makes this no, this true. And then ticket number 1, it makes this true. And the rest would be false. Just don't stress on where this came from. Just understand, like, this is what's gonna happen. Okay. Now okay, there's another way which is called, and says that these students basically got the tickets, or these are basically are the winners, you know. Okay, now let's go over the code. One more, let me repeat this once again. There's one clown process and there's 10 child processes. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
there's 10 child processes.
Yeah.
Let's put, okay, the festival starts. Okay, let me read this once again, I forgot. As part of a fall festival, 10 child party the computer private consider winning number after all chilling at the tickets. The clown randomly picks a winning number. He searches who has some ticket number. The clown should know what whenever is $50 and the clown is the next time the money number winning to अच्छा ठीक है.
ठीक हो इसे.
क्या हुआ? क्या हुआ?
ठीक है भाई, करो करो.
Actually, let me think. So hold on.
भूल गया भाई. I want my refund.
Bro, I'm lost. What about you?
क्या हो गया भाई?
Give me 1 second, bro.
नाम में मेरा नाम क्यों लिया भाई?
I lost.
Okay, let's go.
I was gonna say, I did so bad on my test. I'm gonna fail it.
What?
Who's that? Who did bad?
Oh,
that Taran tagged me in this the Instagram chat.
Allah khuda.
Okay, ठीक है. Let's go. Read the code first. A clown starts. First says comment starts after all children have their tickets. ठीक है. This will let you know when different processes run. And especially in this process, right now it doesn't have to wait for the clown to start. So let's suppose child starts. It doesn't have to wait for clown. So it could just start before the clown starts. Okay.
Wait, so you're trying to say that even though he has not collected $100, the clown can begin picking up winners?
No, I'm saying कि ऐसा नहीं होगा. It's not gonna be like, oh, first clown runs, then child 1 runs, then child 2 runs. It's not gonna happen like that. Any one of them can start. So let's suppose to the festival, child 6 came first. Child 6 process can start first. So don't stress that अच्छा पहले clown run करेगा फिर child run करेगा. Don't stress on that.
Okay. अच्छा, अगर चाइल्ड 2 बार रन किया और क्लाउन ने प्राइस दे दिया तो दूसरे चाइल्ड के लिए तो प्राइस ही नहीं बचा.
Bro, तू वो तभी तो while loop है ना. The while loop, there's a busy way. There's while loops because it stops the child from running more. And just waits for
okay,
there's gonna be signal. This stops over here and then it gets called over here. And then when this is called, then it starts running. You know? There's like at different points it's gonna get blocked. Because there's gonna be clown is gonna give a signal, child is gonna give a signal. And let me explain. Just don't let me explain first. let me do my shit. Okay, cause trust me, bro. I know what you guys are going through right now. Okay, just understand that it doesn't have to wait for clown first. Okay, can you guys hear me or no?
सुन सक रहा है.
Okay, just understand that it doesn't have to wait for clown first. Okay, and also just when I'm explaining extra, even though I shouldn't explain extra because it's gonna make you confused. But okay, whatever. And one more thing for a CPU, a CPU doesn't know that child 1 was first. A CPU can maybe start off with child 10. Okay?
What?
When you write this code,
Yeah.
when you write this code, and when you execute this, right? When you
Okay.
execute this,
Sure.
it's not necessary that child 1 runs first. Maybe the CPU makes child 10 run first.
Oh, okay. I understand.
Does that make sense? But
Yeah.
you don't stress about that right now. I'm just explaining more. These are more stuff for you to understand in project 1. Okay, let's start. Okay.
All right.
The first thing you see, clown. Let's suppose clown starts running. Okay, clown runs. What is the first thing that says?
It says starts after all children have their tickets. So every process of the children has to get a ticket.
Yes. So let's suppose this is clown. Come to my iPad. This is clown, right?
Mhm.
Let's suppose it hits this line. At this line, it's gonna get blocked, or you could say it's gonna get stuck. Why is it gonna stuck? It's gonna wait for all the children to hit this line first. So over here, you ruk jayega. Even if it starts, it's just gonna stop over here. And something's gonna make it stop. It's inside this function. Usko don't stress on that. Something's gonna make it stop. It's gonna wait for this line to run first. So what it says, starts after all the children, starts after this entire ticket array gets filled first.
Okay.
So you're trying to say that the child process run 10 times, collects $100 first, then it runs?
No, not 10 times. मैंने अभी क्या बोला है? There's 10 different child processes. Don't think that there's only one child process. Let's suppose this is yours. Give me 1 second.
Well, you just said the array has to be full. If the array is full, that means $100 आ गए ना?
सबर करना यार. सबर कर. I forgot to tell you this. When I'm saying there's 10 child processes, it's not like there's one clown process. It's not like there's one clown code, which is this, and there's one child. It's not नहीं है. There's one child. What I mean by 10 processes, there's one clown code, and then there's 10 child processes. 10 processes चल रहे हैं इकट्ठे.
सही है.
So and there's 10 ये 10 separate process चलेंगे. Like these are stored in 10 separate processes, 10 separate code.
सही है.
So it gets stored over here in
सही है.
10 different code. It's not like this is only one. It's not like ये बार बार repeat करेगा. This isn't gonna happen. It's gonna be separate processes. That makes sense?
Yeah.
Okay, I don't want to go too for that stuff. Should I? Do you want me to explain how that happens or no?
I mean, if it's helpful based on the questions, do we need to know? I don't know. What the questions do we need to know?
It's not relevant right now. Honestly, it's not relevant right now. It's relevant for project 1.
दिमाग में जगह नहीं है और.
Okay, ठीक है. There's one clown. And there's gonna be 10 child processes. Or you could say, जब हम code लिखते हैं, एक cloud class है और 10 child classes हैं. Okay, so think of it like that. So the clown starts. Let's suppose this starts first. ये पहले आ गया है festival में, है ना? This starts, and when it hits the first line, it's gonna get stuck over here because it's like starts after all children have their tickets. When all of these processes get their tickets, and according to this code, where does it get ticket?
Second line.
Second line.
Yeah.
ठीक है? Okay.
So जब तक सारे second line पे नहीं होते, clown does not start.
Until then, clown does not start the remaining lines.
सही है, समझ गया.
ठीक है? Okay, let's suppose this got blocked and सारे child चल रहे हैं. ठीक है? All the child started. So let me make the ticket array again. What else do I need? And total amount. Or should I explain using CPU or explain like general way? क्या चाहिए festival है?
General.
In general way. Okay. Let's explain general way. ठीक है? Okay, I'll explain CPU way too. Okay. The clown starts, this gets blocked, and the child comes in. Which child do you want me to make it come first?
Child number 5.
ठीक है? Child number 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. ठीक है? Child number 5 comes in. So let's suppose this is child number 5. Child number 5, the code runs first. Okay. It adds the total amount. Total amount. But एक दफा once you get the hang of the code, then it becomes easier. But it takes time because all the questions have repetitive code. So 0 becomes what?
10.
10. 0 becomes 10. Child 5 ran, and give me a random ticket number.
1 to 1.
No, from 0 to 10.
1.
7.
Huh? Let's do 1.
3.
Let's do 1. Let's do an order. Let's do an order. Okay?
I override all command.
It's order. Okay, the first child came. Do you think this gonna get unblocked or no?
No.
No. Oh yeah.
No. No.
No.
No.
It
Why?
will be blocked
It's blocked.
Why?
because the all child didn't get the
Yes, it-
ticket.
Yes.
Okay. Which child should come next? Name a number.
It's 9.
Acha, one more thing. One more thing. One more thing. If you look at get ticket over here, अभी हमने कौन सा child चाहा था? Child 5, right? Child 5 ran. It goes on to the next line. While. Okay, let's make the call function too over here. Call the array.
All is not true.
Bro, honestly, I'll give you guys the notes. Just concentrate on my shit.
मैं लिख ही नहीं रहा हूँ. I'm just concentrating. I'm gonna get the notes from you.
Yeah, I'll give you guys the notes because you need to concentrate on this. Yes. Abhi, the call function, according to this, does the call function gets initiated or no?
No.
No,
Me-
right?
No,
मतलब
no,
उसमें does it start off with true? Does it start off with false? Does it start off with null?
no.
No, right? तो अभी इसके अंदर कुछ नहीं है. Basically, this has nothing.
I mean, if
So-
it has false, is that bad?
Nothing. It's not bad. I'm just asking you. Okay. I'm just asking you. So after child 5 gets its ticket, it goes to while loop, right? Hannah?
That's a typo, right? Should be called, right? Not called, right?
Same thing. Called. Same
Yeah,
thing.
okay. I'm just
Okay.
saying it has the exact function.
Yeah. So while call the I. What is I right now?
5 maybe?
Yes. When call the Y, just think of I as उसका कौन सा child है, ठीक है? When call the 5 is not true, it abbreviates. Oh, let's start off with this as false. All of them start off as false. It's better. That makes sense.
Yeah, false is better, yeah.
Let's make it like that. So it's saying while call the 5, the call the 5 is not true, busy wait. So what's gonna happen?
It's gonna stay in the busy wait.
It's gonna stay in the busy wait. When does it get unstuck?
When it gets called in the clown.
So it gets called over here. So
Yeah.
what's gonna happen to child? What's gonna happen to child 5?
When go on.
No. Go on.
Okay, wait, what's the question?
What's gonna happen to child 5 over here?
It's gonna busy wait until clown gets picked to be a winner, I guess.
Yes. तो क्या करेगा? यहाँ पे होगा क्या? It's gonna get stuck over here. Like the clown, it's gonna get blocked, or you could say it's gonna get stuck.
Okay.
तो जब तक कॉल उसको होगा नहीं तब तक अगला कोड नहीं रन करेगा.
सही है.
Does that make sense?
Okay, yeah. So all 10 child are stuck in the while loop.
And the same, it's gonna happen for all 10 childs.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay, let me do one more. Let me do second child, then I'm just gonna skip that part. Okay. Give me which child do you wanna make it come next?
7.
7. Why 7, huh?
Because of course he's gonna say 7. I knew he was gonna say 7.
Okay, 7. Okay. What happens to total amount?
20.
20. Give a random ticket to 7. I'll give it 2.
20 taka share.
20 taka. 20. What's gonna happen to child of 7 over here?
Busy wait.
Busy wait.
Stop.
And let's put that makes sense. And
Yeah.
what's gonna happen to the remaining childs?
Same thing.
Same.
After all 10 child ran, what's gonna happen to total amount?
100 taka.
100 taka. And what's gonna happen to the ticket away? It's gonna get
4.
It's gonna get 4. So let's make it 4. 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay?
जी.
That makes sense? जब ये full हो जाएगा, what's gonna happen to clown?
वो बिस्मिल्लाह करेगा.
वो बिस्मिल्लाह करेगा. ठीक है? तो लगी? Guys, that makes sense?
जी.
जी.
Makes sense.
You guys sure that makes sense? Arbuab.
जी हाँ.
Acha, okay. Acha, initially, if you didn't told me the clown doesn't start, I was thinking that as long as the total amount is more than it's
Acha.
not 0. I mean, yeah, then it would start. You know?
यहाँ तक समझ लग गई? These
समझ गई.
first 3 lines and this makes sense?
जी.
Wow, why am I explaining the code so much in detail? पता नहीं क्यों, but it's fun. Okay.
आज तो मूड में है भाई. Go on. आज तो 2-3 बजे तक स्टडी करेंगे.
Acha. So what
Yeah,
happened to
me also thinking the same.
what? Okay, but trust me, if you get the hang of the code, all the other questions it's gonna make sense. That's how because think बाकी questions मैं नहीं होऊंगा. You're gonna do on your own.
Yo, Abdul, I have a quick question.
Yeah.
You went over the atomic instruction thing, right? What is that exactly?
I don't know, bro. I'm gonna see because that's one of those stuff I was stuck on. I didn't even pay attention to those.
Oh,
Guys, bro, DS
Mashur,
log thingy.
because Mashur was telling me that was a question that screwed him up so badly that he had to drop 340.
Damn.
Damn, bro.
Yeah, so
Bro, it's not a big of a deal. Trust me, we'll go over it. It's not a big of a deal. Focus on sample 1 and sample 2. ये तेरा हो जाएगा, you get 50-60 points. Then others just BS those.
Wait, so both samples are coming?
Both samples are gonna come 100%. Okay.
100%.
Acha, so no, no diversion. Does this make sense up to here?
Yes.
Does
Yes.
this make sense up to here?
Yeah.
What happened to 10 childs?
What
Huh?
happened?
What
Wait, what?
happened to all the child processes?
They're stuck in the while loop, busy waiting.
When do they get unstuck?
When
As soon as they get their tickets.
As soon as each one of them get their ticket.
Yeah.
So each one of them gets called over here.
Yep.
Now you see that once all the children got the tickets, clown
Yeah.
कहता है मैं आजाद हूँ. I'm gonna start.
Okay. Yeah, Azad.
Azad, he's free, bro.
Yeah, I got you, bro.
Okay. What's the first line?
Is
So
okay.
while total amount does not equal to 0.
So until when is the while loop gonna run?
Until it gets to 0.
Until it gets to 0. So जब तक 0 नहीं होगा, तब तक what's gonna happen? It's gonna keep on.
Going on. I mean, busy wait.
It's gonna keep on. Yeah, busy and it's gonna keep on repeating basically.
Oh, starvation. That's a starvation going on.
Bro, starvation को भूल जाए यहाँ पर.
Don't say that shit, bro.
वो sample 1 में है.
Oh,
The past is in the past. Let it go.
okay.
Okay, that was a song line.
Okay,
yeah.
so,
Okay.
So,
When total amount becomes 0, until then it's gonna keep on repeating.
right.
That makes
okay.
sense?
Yeah.
ठीक है. Up, let's move on to clown. Because clown is a bit, okay?
Okay.
Okay. Okay, yeah. This, it's gonna keep on repeating. Clown, let's suppose, runs for the first cycle. First cycle.
Mm-hmm.
Cool?
Yeah.
The first time clown runs, it picks a winner ticket. Give me a random ticket.
9.
8.
Let me you choose.
Pendejo.
No, Saima, you choose.
Both of them.
Don't choose one. Oh, man.
Saima said 4.
I said 2.
I said 10.
I said 4.
That's it.
Who said 4?
Mm.
Okay, let's do 4. ठीक है? No, let's not do 4.
I want to do 10.
No, let's not do 4.
21.
Huh?
Let's do 9. Let's do 9, please.
No, line बहुत दूर है यार. 9 को नहीं
Yeah,
करना.
इसलिए तो करना चाहता. I want to see what happens in the for loop.
भाई
No,
इतना complicated
Forget the for loop for now. वो वो अगले में कर लेंगे. Let's do 2.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
Let's do winning ticket number 2. Okay. So the winning ticket is there anything for that? Total amount ticket number called no. Cha. The winning ticket. I don't know why she has a number. Number तो एक दफा भी use नहीं किया.
Number winning number होगा.
Yeah, bhai.
Maybe, but she never used the like
So she has a ticket number. Wait,
ticket. Yeah,
ticket number and then the winning number.
ticket is basically this. Ticket is basically this array. But forget the number. Don't stress on that because she never
Okay.
used inside like the main stuff. You know.
Yes.
तो ठीक है? So the first line, fix a winning ticket. We decided it's 2. So the for loop is gonna run. It's gonna run until what?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Two? I don't know.
Wait, the for intj equals to 1, and then if it's less than n,
For
then
loop is gonna run until what?
It becomes
until n is less than 10.
Yes, until 10. So for loop is gonna run until 10. So basically what's it, and then read this. If number on winning ticket,
What's
if number, I'm gonna just do over here. If number on winning ticket, which was, we decided 2. No, that's so bad. Undo.
Okay.
If number on winning ticket is 2, bro.
Oh, so run until you find the number, the same ticket number as the winning number.
Yes. So if number on winning ticket equals to 2, which is 2, equals to the winning ticket. So it starts off with J. J is 1. J goes to 10. So basically, come to the iPad. So it's gonna check every single ticket number: 6, 4, 5, 7, 1, 3, 2.
And once it's true, once it's called, then it becomes true.
So, so based off this, let's suppose the winning ticket is 2, because it's gonna traverse through the entire ticket array. ठीक है?
Right.
It's gonna at what point does if loop become true?
It would be a 7 the way you wrote it.
It's gonna become true at child number what?
7.
Child number 7.
Wait, I'm
So?
where how could it be number 7 if oh wait, is that the lucky number?
No, winning number is 2. Lucky number is 2. What are you talking about?
Oh bad, bro. I don't know what's going on.
I'm not dissing.
Because no, how I feel like the confusion happened when you said you chose the number 2 and we were looking at the indexes as number 2. So we were assuming that you were gonna go only from 1 and then 2. You're gonna get you're gonna choose 4 as the
Can you
candidate.
hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Indexes, don't look at the index. This is the ticket number.
Yeah, inside. Yeah.
Inside, don't look at that.
Yeah.
Bro, trust me, if you guys were my group, I dissed them so much when we did this.
This is, bro.
Cause bro, this is basic coding. Bob, you don't do lead code?
Roast us, bro. Roast us.
Bro, it's been a while.
Roast us.
This is basic coding, bro. Let me roast you. मजा आता है.
Check करें.
अच्छा, okay, so this is gonna go from 1 till 10. ठीक है? Ew, what the hell? This is gonna go from 1 till 10. We agreed? Someone like it? So it's gonna go from 6 till it's gonna go from 1 from here all the way until 10. And from each number, it's gonna check which one has 2. According to this array, which one has 2?
7.
Child number 7. So on J equals to 7, if becomes what?
That becomes the winning number, basically.
Yes. So on J equal to 7, if is true. That makes sense?
So if once it becomes true, it sets the value into J and you get the prize. That's it, right?
So yeah, hear me out. So what happens is that called of J. What is called of J?
So called 7 becomes
called of 7. Called of 7 becomes what? True.
True.
So after that, it just sleeps for erase everything. Give me 1 second. Sorry, guys.
Well, it's fine.
Yeah. After a called of J, a called of 7, this becomes what?
True.
True. And then it sleeps for a random amount of time. Let's suppose it sleeps for, this sleeps for,
It gives the prize.
what happened?
It says give the prize.
Yeah, give the prize is basically a function they made. Technically, what's happening in give the prize, it's just sleeping. Okay?
Okay.
So it sleeps for, let's suppose, 5 seconds.
Mhm.
Let's suppose while it's sleeping, let's suppose this is sleep, ये 5 seconds के लिए सो गया. In the meantime, child 5, right? Child 5 sees that its called became true.
Yeah.
Hello, guys?
Yes, yeah.
Umar, make sense?
Yes.
It sees that a call became true. So only child 7. Only child 7. अभी के लिए only child 7. For now, child 7 leaves the busy wait.
Mhm.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It leaves the busy wait, and winner, which started from 0, becomes 1.
Yeah.
And then child 7 gets stuck again.
Yeah.
Why?
जब तक winners 5 तक नहीं पहुंचते
जब तक 5 winners announce नहीं हो जाते हैं.
उसको
Until then,
उसको पैसे नहीं मिले अभी तक get money.
वो अभी नहीं मिले. वो जब सारे 5 winners आ जाएंगे तब मिलेंगे.
अच्छा असर part से निकल गए लेकिन उसको मिले नहीं.
नहीं मिले नहीं अभी.
अच्छा.
That makes sense?
Yeah.
Does this make sense? Does that
Yeah.
make sense?
It
Yeah.
makes sense. Yes, bhai.
Does the for loop make sense?
Yeah. Okay, got it.
Okay.
Got it.
This was only for the first cycle. Now the if loop is done, the for loop traverses 10 times, and then this repeats again. Now clown for now, okay, when this happens, okay, I forgot one more thing. Okay, one more thing. After the winner, after it wakes up, ab dekho clown ud gaya. It's like I woke up, and the total amount decreases by 20. What is total amount now?
80.
80. Total
Wait,
amount?
clown उड़ गया या child उड़ गया?
Clown ud
Wait,
gaya.
wait. I'm confused. Where did 80 come from?
The total amount was 100 when we started it, so
Total
we give
amount,
Oh, okay. Sorry. We were subtracting. My apologies. I didn't.
total amount becomes 80. ठीक है?
सही है.
That makes sense?
Mhm.
Hello?
Yes,
Yep.
yes. GG, bhai.
That makes sense? Then it's gonna traverse through the whole array. For loop khatam ho jayega, and then the while loop, it's gonna come back to while loop. Is the while loop false or true right now?
Wait a second. True, false, true. It's not 0, so yeah, it's running.
While because total amount is 80 right now. है ना?
Oh, wait. So this is gonna keep going on until the total amount becomes 0.
Yes.
And
So
then once when that happens, then that thing is gonna be a busy wait.
yes. So I'm gonna ask you one thing.
Okay.
Just by looking at it and just by looking at this, how many times do you think it's gonna run? How many times is the while loop gonna run?
So wait, if you ran it the first time and it went to 80, so it just needs to run 5 times.
40, 20. सही है 5 बार रहेगा ना 5
Yeah,
बार.
what the goal batch 5.
So which means that once it does 5 times, that's like 5 winners, you know?
जी.
Does that make sense now?
Yeah.
हाँ जी.
So it's gonna do this 5 times and choose 5 winners. Should we go over one more cycle or just like explain the whole? Do you get the concept now?
Yeah.
समझ गए.
Let me do second cycle and then I'm gonna skip everything and then we'll go to questions. So it's gonna same thing is gonna happen. Clown second cycle is gonna see, oh, it's not 0. It picks a random winner. Give me a winner. You said 9. Should I?
Yeah, 9 is fine.
Winning ticket. Winning ticket is 9. And what's gonna happen over here? For loop.
It's gonna run 10 times.
It's gonna run 10 times, and this is 9 now.
And the index is 10 as well.
This is 9. So winning ticket is 9. Where is it gonna stop over here according to the array?
So that's gonna stop at
gonna stop at what?
At 10.
Sama, where is that gonna stop?
1.
I have to repeat see the record again. I'm lost.
Where is it gonna stop?
At 9.
Yeah, that is true. I have to repeat. I'm lost, full lost now.
You full lost now, man.
Yeah. And now I
Oh.
feel like I have to leave.
You have to leave. If you could look at the recording afterwards. Just do
Yeah.
times 2. Okay.
Yeah.
Times 2.
Okay.
Thank
Bye
you,
bye.
Wafab.
No
Wahab,
problem.
bye.
I
Bye,
feel
Ab-
bad. I feel
Okay,
bad.
bye-bye,
No,
Simon. See
it's
you.
fine. Thank you.
Yeah, man. I don't know, man. What happened, man? Where did you go fast, Abdul, man? Why you going so
See,
fast?
Omar also lost.
No,
No.
Okay,
Where's
I'll see the recording. Wahab.
I'm just kidding.
Okay, I'll post the recording. Okay.
Jazakallah, bhai?
In the
Jazakallah
recording,
khair. Okay, good night, guys.
Wait, chill,
you
chill, what?
you're
मजाक
leaving
कर रहा
too?
हूँ भाई चलो
Wait,
Acha.
मेरा दिल दब रहा है
No, we only have like abhi baki half an hour. We're
Oh,
gonna finish this.
yeah.
वो हाफ एन आवर में क्या 2-3 घंटे और करेंगे go on
No,
No, bro.
no.
No.
टाइम वेस्ट ना करो भाई चल हरिया टाइम्स
Okay.
2 पे जाओ अब
Let me at least stay for like half an hour more. Okay.
Okay.
You wanna leave too, Lamia?
No, no. I said I'll finish.
Okay. So it stops at 10, right?
Yeah.
So repeat after me. Where's it gonna stop over here? If loop, where's it gonna become true?
10
When J becomes
10.
J becomes
The array is 10, right? For 9.
yeah. When J becomes 10, that's when it's gonna become true.
And then
What's gonna be which child is gonna get true?
10
And
10.
no.
So 10 becomes free. And then
Yes,
clown, we decided that clown sleeps for 5 seconds, right? Clown sleeps for 5 seconds. In the 5 second, which child becomes free?
10.
3
10.
Which child leaves the busy wait?
oh 10
Child 10
10.
leaves the busy wait. And
Mhm.
what is winner now? What is winner?
2
Winner becomes 1, 2, 2. Right?
2 yeah 2
What happens over here?
still stuck in the busy way
Still stuck. Okay, stuck again. And then after given the price, then total amount becomes what?
60
Okay. इतना समझ लग गया ना?
जी
Makes sense, yes.
Even my iPad is like, बस करो यार.
यार ना कर यार अभी मैं सारे क्वेश्चन ऐसा करूंगा कि like we can study as much in this last half an hour bro
Come on, second.
अभी मैं panic कर रहा हूँ that you're leaving
No, I'm not, bro. Okay, ठीक है. Okay, I'm gonna skip the remaining cycles. Okay, let me repeat once again. मैंने पहले पूछा था, let's say, how many times this is gonna repeat?
5
5.
5 times it's gonna repeat. So after the 5th cycle, so let's suppose 4 became true, 2 became true, and 6 became true. ठीक है ना? 5 of them were called. After the 5th cycle, after the 5th cycle, what happens to winner?
Winner get get the
With
money.
winner, what happens to winner?
winner becomes
It
5
becomes 5.
but he's out of the busy way
Yeah, winner
What happens?
they leave the busy wait.
Who leaves the busy wait?
They were
The
in busy
second
wait.
loop.
they leave it bro they just leave bro
Leave, yeah. I just
I'm
told
saying
they
I'm
will
so
leave the busy wait and get the money.
Kyle 2 4 6 7 10 leave the busy way they get their money they go home
yes. Yeah, 6, 7, 10. Give 1 second.
your mic को क्या हो गया there's like
Echo, I know.
not an echo like different kind of I don't know how to say it's fine we'll go on oh shit
Hello, can you hear me?
yeah it's good now
It's better now. So all of these leave the busy wait, right?
Yes.
Okay, let's leave this sleep.
अपना unmute करना.
Asif he's unmuted that's why
Yeah, that's why.
I was like yeah क्या special mic you can keep changing it up yeah
Okay, yeah. So okay, let's leave all the 5 for now over here. I'm just gonna ask you one more thing. What happens to total amount?
Zero now.
Yeah, now it's 0, so now it's in the while loop, it becomes into that equals to 0.
So
Right?
this equals to 0. Once
Yeah.
this equals to 0, what happens? While loop becomes what?
You're stuck.
I mean, unstuck. No, while leaves, clown basically leaves the while loop, right?
Oh,
G.
right.
So
GG.
clown can finally go where?
Um,
हाँ, clown अब कहाँ जा सकता है? उसका काम खत्म हो गया, वो कहाँ जा सकता है? घर जा
If
सकता है भाई.
if loop, for loop, while loop,
if
सब.
no, it can go to the for loop.
Wait, no, it stops.
After while loop is done, it can go home. घर चले जाएगा वो.
Yeah, खत्म होगा, ड्यूटी हो गई, बस
उसकी
खत्म.
ड्यूटी होगी, उसने सबको खाना दे दिया, पैसे दे दिए, प्राइस दे दिया, घर जाए.
उसने
उसके
फ्री
बाद
में
कितना
काम
रखना
कर
है?
लिया.
Okay, the 5 students can now go. 5 students, they get their money and they go home now. That's the whole code. Do you get the
Yeah.
code?
Yes.
Oh.
Easy था भाई, easy था.
Do you
Oh
get the
man, तू बोल रहा है easy था, वो
Oh
तो
my
explain
God.
किया, हम लोग तो नहीं कर सकते थे अपना.
Guys, shut up.
Do you,
Let
Okay, go on.
Mahabhai speak.
Okay, sorry, go on.
do you understand the code now?
Yeah.
You sure?
Yo. What?
Yo, our Asif is not focusing, bro. I see him texting in the MSH QC chat, bro.
अब मैं कल आके बैठेगा, यो मुझे समझ नहीं लगी.
What?
इसके लिए
जब भी
बोलेगा,
असीम तेरे पास आए ना, whenever you teaching him, मुझे automatically call कर दे.
चल ठीक है. Okay. Now do you get the whole code? Now do you
Yeah.
get everything?
Yeah.
Yes.
You sure? मैं जब questions
Yeah.
पूछने देना, watch everybody be lost.
Nah, I'm ready, bro.
You wanna tackle the questions? Bro,
Yes.
it took me 1.5 hours just to explain the question.
मुझे 5 मिनट लगेंगे. Go on.
But I know, actually it took me 1 hour to explain the code. Oh my god, you guys are CS students, bro.
I know it's embarrassing. Roast us, please.
And seniors.
And
I'm
seniors.
I'm the dumbest one here.
No, I'm joking. I'm
Don't
messing
say
with
that.
you guys.
Don't say that. I'm way dumber than you guys.
I'm messing with you guys, bro.
Bro, I am.
You are the nerd.
That's cap.
I don't
Okay.
wear glasses like you.
Yeah? Well,
Right?
what say about it? I mean, you're not even wrong.
Yeah, it's gonna be in recording.
Yo, see. Oh, it's not.
Alright, let's go.
यार time waste ना करो यार. I'm serious. बहुत serious हूँ मैं आज.
Okay, let's make it.
Good.
Okay. Somebody read the question.
Oh, I got you.
Part A.
Assuming all children get their ticket and the clown picked each of the 5 winning numbers, is it possible for a child who has a winning ticket to starve? Never get out of the while does not call of I. If not, explain if yes, give the execution sequence. So what you explained, right? I don't think there would be any starving.
Just think about it. According, let's suppose all of them ran concurrently, right? All of them ran concurrently. Could there be a moment that, let's suppose one of them did get called true, or one of them did get the ticket, was it, or maybe one of them did get the ticket, but it never became true, or we never left this. ऐसा कोई मौका हो सकता है, you know? Like
What?
something like this, could it
Yeah.
happen or no? Where
mean-
there's a winning ticket and this never became true.
Oh.
I don't think so.
Hmm?
I don't think so. If it's called, then it becomes true. That means he can leave the wild.
Think about it. Think about
Wait,
it.
wait. Oh,
think-
no.
Think about it.
सोचता हूँ भाई.
Let
No,
me think too. I don't know.
bro, you know it. No, I hold on. You know, at first when you explained it, I thought it wasn't, but now I'm thinking again. I think it is possible because here's why. Because the winning number could, even though it's unique, right? There is a possibility that like,
Repeats.
the number could be the same. So if the number is the same, and then it's time for you to place like into the J, then that would become false, and then that could cause the starving.
Okay, forget even forget the winning ticket was same. Think about it. Every time it picks a ticket, the number is different.
Okay.
तो ज़्यादा अपना दिमाग ना लड़ा, ठीक है?
I think we can
I'm
start.
joking. I'm messing with you, bro.
I think we can start because the it does it say that he picks the ticket from the ticket he give it to them. He
Wait,
can-
what? Sorry.
Yeah.
I mean,
Wait, तो
I was so thinking
तुम
deeply.
बंगाली में यार बाप को
Okay.
समझाओ और
Okay.
बाप हमें
What?
समझाए.
Okay. Let's repeat this once again. What does the professor mean by starve? Starve. She means that it never leaves the busy way.
तो 5 लोग तो
I
never
think
leave,
it's
right? 5
possible,
people
Wahab.
never leave.
But
Yeah,
if we go to here,
yeah. It does disturb.
Huh?
The rest of
How?
the rest 5, 1, 3, 5, and then 8, 9.
But but it says has to be a winning ticket though.
Wahab,
Oh, it says
Okay.
winning
So
ticket.
what?
Oh,
Listen
hold
to
on.
listen to Hasib.
okay. What if we don't come over here? We run this up, we fly over here.
Concurrently. That's what you said, concurrently.
Yeah.
Well, let's go straight to winner plus plus.
Egg second. Let me think about that. If the winner number is called and it's still there. Here, okay, checks the while loop, then it doesn't check the while loop again, and it makes it true. I don't know, maybe. Yeah, I mean that would work if because it's at the moment when you check the while loop, it's not set to true.
Hasib is saying that basically it does the if loop, and then after if loop, it never goes to it doesn't go to the next line. It just starts. It goes to the child. You know, that's what he's saying.
Yeah.
But like even if it goes to the child, or any of the child, or even if it goes to all the childs, a time is gonna come when it's gonna come back, and when it comes back, it's gonna make the call true. So that's no.
अच्छा ऐसे ही टाइम वेस्ट किया सीब ने फिर.
हाँ ना, Hasib, Fazul. Okay, you want me to tell the answer?
Yeah,
Endless you.
please.
Go ahead.
You guys are gonna get disappointed. Okay,
no.
let's. No, it never starves.
Exactly, bro.
Wait, I just
ऐसे brain cells
because
use
he just
किए
explained
मैंने.
that whole because he just explained that whole not starvation. I'm sorry. The sequence, like
Okay.
5 of them are going, and because 5 of them are going, and the other 5 aren't getting the winning number. That's why it's not starving.
Cause thing is, it can never starve. All of them are gonna get called.
Oh,
I mean, all the winning students are gonna become true, and once all of them become true, it's never gonna starve. And over here, there isn't any time that it's like one of the ticket is never gonna get called. You know. So
Acha.
technically, all the winners are gonna get called,
You
and then they leave the busy way.
made me contradict myself, bro. ऐसे ही सब भूल गया अब तेरी वजह से.
Oh, no. You know what threw it off guard when he said, "No, wait, think." That's what I got.
Like I literally knew like it went so smoothly when we were doing the transition from.
Oh, you trick us.
That makes sense.
Yeah,
So you
makes
could
sense.
explain, be like,
And then he brings in Hasib and listen to Hasib to throw us even more off, bro. He has a valid point. Hasib has a valid point.
बस बेइज्जती करनी थी सबकी.
Good job.
Part B. Let's go
Hasib
part
like,
B.
Hasib like, मुझे पता है, मेरे को पता है.
Okay, so is it possible for the clown to
I'll
never
explain how. So it never starves because all the winning students will get
Call.
will have their called
their unique tickets called, right?
set to
Should I write those or?
true. If you want, all of their calls. Basically, what's gonna happen is that all of the winning children, they're gonna become true, and once they become true, they will leave the busy way in their I think my Apple Watch is about to die.
What?
Apple pen.
What is pen?
Okay, give me 1 second. Let me make sure if the
Hey,
question is.
only use kar.
Huh?
Only use kar.
I said Apple pen, dumbass.
Yeah, use your finger, I said, if your pen runs out.
वो मैं पागल लगता हूँ. I just can't. That's even if you said no, I feel like yeah, because she said basically what she says is that consider all the children. If not, explain. If yes, give the. If not, explain. If no, we just explained it. That should be good enough. If yes, give the execution sequence. But think about it. अगर हम जितना भी लगा लें, I don't think it's never gonna starve. I don't see a time it's gonna starve.
Okay, bye.
But one thing. What's your name? What's your name?
Lamia.
No, not your name. I mean, Bob. What's your name? Yeah.
Or Bob.
Make sure you go ask the professor. But check the recording too. Does she say if it starves or not? But I'm 95% sure it never starves. Okay?
You think she went over a question like this in one of the recordings?
Yes, she did.
Yeah.
Yeah, she did. But she doesn't explain the code or go in detail. She just tells the answer. Because she's a bit. Oh.
I don't blame you. So I guess we're doing part B now, right? Hello?
Okay, give me 1 second, Rita. Okay. Hasib, I think you know the answer, so don't tell the answer. Is it possible for the clown to never go home?
I don't think that's possible.
How? Okay, yeah. Why?
Okay, I'll explain why. Like like the sequence that you went over, right? The
Mhm.
everyone gets their number and
Not
five.
Karna.
Wait, what?
No, not you.
Oh, so like 5 are winners, and 5 obviously they don't get anything, right? They don't win anything.
Yeah.
But as soon as that whole process is done, then guess what? The clown goes home. So I don't think there's such thing in this sequence that it would never go home.
Interesting. Yeah. Okay, Umar, what you think?
I'd say, yeah, eventually would go home.
See,
Bro's copying me now, okay?
Because I mean, eventually we're gonna run out of money, and based on the code that we have in the sequence, because we're not getting stuck anywhere, and there's like no repetition, and it's like I feel like yeah, eventually amount is gonna be 0, and that's it. Clown can go home. But I don't know how to explain it.
wait, repeat that again. Repeat that again.
I said clown can go home eventually because the total amount is gonna be equal to 0.
Its mom's gonna equal to 0. Bro, what you talking about?
Bro, his mom is gonna call him and he's gonna have to go home, bro.
He might not have a curfew, you know.
Okay, Hasib.
You might have a curfew like me, bro.
Okay, mute कर सीतो. Okay, मैं करता हूँ, तू बता. Hasib's gonna explain.
No, बिस्मिल्लाह. शुरू कर भाई. दोनों म्यूट गए भाई. गायब हो गए.
आसिफ भाई जिंदाबाद जिंदाबाद.
Okay.
He said, "What if we have 2 clowns?"
कब उसने बोला भाई?
अभी बोला उसने.
What if you have 2 clowns?
Oh my god.
We said in the beginning we have 1 crown and 10 chows.
Hello.
That was the hypothesis.
No. Okay, let me know what you think.
I think he'll go home.
Huh?
He'll go home.
Let me know what you think.
Yeah, he'll go home.
He will go home, I think.
हाँ घर जाएगा भाई.
Yeah, I forgot. Yeah, the professor never teaches this. I just remembered. The professor never teaches this.
तो
अच्छा वो जाएगा हर हाल में.
हर हाल में
अबे
जाएगा.
यार.
Do you okay?
घर जा रहा.
Yes.
Let me ask you something. Do you
Yes.
think the professor is gonna make it this simple?
I know लगता तो नहीं है भाई, लेकिन घर तो जाना चाहिए.
भाई एक दिन तो सबको घर जाना है. या तो यहाँ पर या कब्र में.
As in the
not
wild
deep
condition.
down.
Okay, उसमें लिखा है as in the wild condition.
Oh, I remember the answer. I remember now.
नहीं क्या
No, I remember.
क्या
Okay.
नहीं
What if you busy wait so long and then you loop back?
हैं?
हैं
You know,
क्या नया बात सुनाता है भाई?
busy wait क्या मतलब
I remember Professor ने एक सवाल का जवाब दिया था कि if it goes to sleep and then you loop back, right? I don't know what I'm talking
okay
about.
can I explain
अच्छा, अगर
Yes,
winning
yes,
number ही
yes.
नहीं मिला ना,
Umair, shut up.
can I explain
Yes.
can I
Yes, yes, bro.
okay I don't want to explain
No, chill.
take a day and then come back
No,
bro,
bro.
we have to do C and D, bro.
We
Oh,
have 12 minutes left.
take a day trust me take a day
No,
take a
no,
day off
no, please.
okay yes
ओए, yes या no?
yes
अगर जाएगा ना?
it can
Never go home.
never go home
हैं?
Really?
pendejo.
Yo,
Acha,
what?
now let me talk don't you guys say anything
Okay, okay, go.
remember when I said remember when I oh hi you look nice remember when I said data coherence is gonna come in
Yeah.
this is where it comes in oh the notes look man nice bro well, let me make a dark
तो
mode
अगर more than one clown है,
the notes okay so but why is it not black aren't you black huh
क्या black नहीं है?
I want to make the notes black
It's good, bro.
hmm?
Why don't make
It's
black?
good.
oh you like it white
Yeah.
हाँ, यार मैं
No,
सफेद अच्छा लगेगा.
no I like my black fence bro
तो मेरे record हो रहा है, I didn't want to say anything.
oh shit don't send it to anybody bro
I was gonna say some shit.
okay yeah okay bismillah yeah yes it can never go home वो नहीं मुझे पता कैसे but yeah let's go to next question
Wait, अगर clown more than once run करे for another child, is that the case?
let me make a nice one okay हमने यहाँ पे what did we say over here all child processes and clown execute concurrently
अच्छा.
ठीक है ठीक है
Oh.
let's suppose let me make an execution sequence and you guys let me know what the issue is let's suppose the CPU starts and child 1 starts first ठीक है
Hmm.
child 1 does the first line total amount
Okay.
and the way I'm writing this you're supposed to write it exactly like this it does the first line ठीक है
सही है.
and let me write over here so when child 1 does it it doesn't do entirely it first off starts off with load it loads in what
Loads in 10.
no it loads in what
R1.
it loads in what
Total amount
what is total amount
0.
It's
it
10.
loads in 0 to what
10.
Okay.
it loads in 0 to what
10.
200.
any register it loads 0 to a register
Just, okay.
ठीक है
Mhm.
वही ये zero amount है ना? अच्छा
हाँ
शुरू zero ही वही शुरू zero से ही होता है.
शुरू 0 से होता है ना
अच्छा.
Oh,
तो शुरू 0 से होता है so child 1 runs first and total amount it loads in 0 next step is what increment
अच्छा 10. Add 10.
so register 1 becomes
10.
but before it stores child 2 is like let me come in child 2 comes in
okay.
because this is technically the CS there's nothing that's stopping two childs to go into CS at the same time hello
ये सुन रहे हैं, focus कर रहे हैं. What you said. We're
does that make
listening.
sense or no
Yeah.
so child 2 line 1 it loads in what does it load in
0.
it loads in for register 2 it loads in 0 and then it increments what
10.
it increments to R2 equals to 10 and then it stores what
10.
its total amount becomes what?
10. 10.
10. ठीक है? And then
Yeah.
let's suppose we come back to child 1. Child 1 is like, okay, let me run now. ठीक है? Child 1, instead of child 2 going to get ticket, child 1 is like, let me run. So child 1, line 1, it does what? Store.
Store.
So you see, okay, let me do this over here. Total amount starts off with 0. So total amount becomes 10 now. And then what does child 1 store?
10.
10. But
Total amount,
what should it supposed to be?
20.
20. है ना Steve? It should have been 20. But due to data coherence issue, this became 10. मैंने बोला था ना, because of this becomes what?
10.
This was
10.
supposed to be 20.
जी.
Okay. After, and now let's suppose all the child ran up till child 10.
Mhm.
What does total amount become?
90.
Total amount is 90. ठीक है? So all the children got the tickets. And let's suppose the clown ran and it ran 5 times. What is total amount after 5 times?
Negative 10.
Total amount after 5 cycles of for loop.
अच्छा, so it's not equal to 0. अच्छा, ये तो infinite
clown,
loop हो गया.
it becomes negative 10. ठीक है? So when it becomes negative 10, is that 0?
अच्छा, infinite loop हो गया.
So it's like infinite loop, because the only way the clown can leave the while loop is when total amount is 0. But if it's negative, it's still stuck inside the while loop.
So it should have been less than or equal to 0.
Yes. No, it should have been only 0. I
No,
mean, yeah.
in terms of checking it, in terms of checking.
In terms of checking it, it should have been negative. Yeah, whatever. It should have been less than 0. But according to this, it gets stuck.
Yeah, it keeps giving 20, 20, 20, and
Because 90 becomes, after 90 becomes negative 10. Because you know why? Total
Yeah.
amount decreases by 25 times, and this becomes negative 10. And then when all the children get their tickets, it checks, acha, ab 0 hai ya nahi? It says, oh, it's not 0. It keeps on repeating. So clown never goes home.
फिर
बेचारा.
पैसे किसको मिल रहे हैं after negative 10?
हाँ?
After negative
पैसे
10.
किसी को नहीं मिलेगा. वो बस चलता जाएगा.
अच्छा.
वो चलता जाएगा. This means that अच्छा, it's never gonna go home. So,
Yeah.
this never
sense.
becomes false.
Makes sense.
Now does it make sense?
Yeah.
Arbab, you're so quiet. Does it make sense?
Arbab थोड़ा उर्दू हो जाए.
Arbab.
यार मुझे कुछ समझ नहीं आ रहा, तुम क्या कह रहे हो भाई?
But okay, Lamia, does it make sense, Lamia?
Yeah.
You sure? I know it's confusing.
Yes, it makes sense.
Let me repeat once again for all those who are on the recording.
Guys, if you're watching this in fall 2023, hi, nice to meet you. Good luck.
When you guys watch this, I'll be at Google hopefully.
Search me up on LinkedIn, Mohammed Umair. Let me see my progress.
Acha. Oh, spotlight. Okay, let's go over here. What I said was it can never go home because let's suppose child 1 runs first. ठीक है? Oh no. Undo. Child 1 runs first. What's going on? Why isn't this working? Okay, yeah. That's what child, you guys there?
Yeah.
Yes.
Child 1 runs first. So child 1, for the first line, which is this, for the first line, it loads in 0. And then for increment, it increases to 10. But before it stores, the third step is storing. Before it stores, it just moves on to child 2. So when we learned at the start of the lecture that when one process moves on to a second process, or like changes to another process, the process that was running just stops over there. Okay, so this just stops over here, and then child 2 runs and loads in zeros 2, increments to 10, and then it stores 10. And when it stores 10, it comes back to child 1, and then it stores 10 too instead of 20. So because of this, at the end of the day, it becomes 90, and then when the while loop runs for the clown, it becomes -10. This, let's suppose you guys might be confused. Okay, technically it should be 100. I'm saying even if you run this 1,000 times, what the professor is asking is, even is there a way that the clown never goes home? Even if you run this 1,000 times, and amongst those 1,000 times, she wants us to find one way that it never goes home, and this is that way it never goes home. You could change up the sequence, or you could start off with maybe like child 4 and child 4 stores in 40, but instead, and then 2 child 1, 4 child 4 and 5, but instead of going to 60, it goes to 50 because of data coherence. You could also do it that way too, but you just need to show that there's an issue in storing, and then it never goes home. Does that make sense?
Question. So what exactly tells us that to look for
Except
data
that
coherence?
what happened?
So what exactly in the code are we looking for to notice that there is data coherence?
This total amount.
Like total amount if it's running concurrently, right? If something is running concurrently, right?
Yes, that's the thing you have to guess. That's the thing you have to get. This is like, okay, you just need to they could only question. You just need to be like, oh, there's a plus, so there could be a, what's it called? There could be a data coherence issue over here, because there's nothing that's stopping one child to go into total amount at a time. The only way, okay, let's suppose if I was making this code, one way I might be able to avoid this issue is if what can I do? Boolean? You could use Boolean, but right now let's not go into that. But let's just say that let's just say that, okay, let's suppose if they run concurrently, both of them can access total amount at the same time. And when they do, something like this could happen. Does that make sense? Whoa, see, okay, give me 1 second. Hasib saying, okay, how do we avoid this issue? Thing is, to avoid this issue, you need semaphores, and semaphores आप लोग ने अभी पढ़े नहीं है.
We heard actually we heard about it in this Wednesday.
This exam is gonna come.
No,
Semaphores.
It's not gonna come on.
Okay, guys, you could do it for this one. This question, you could implement some way that it never goes. The data coherence could never occur. But trust me, that's gonna take a lot of coding. And if I explain that, you guys are gonna get confused. So let's not go into that. फायदा नहीं है इसको
समझ गए
बनाने
बस
का.
समझ गए part C समझ गए.
But this makes sense?
हाँ.
Arbab, why are you quiet?
बहादुर
Arbab,
चला.
no, Arbab's unmute, but he's not saying anything. बेचारा रो रहा होगा बैठकर.
Bro, he's gonna be like, bro, I'm lost, bro.
But देखो जब प्रोफेसर इस तरह के क्वेश्चंस पूछे ना, is it possible? It's like you're supposed to come up with a sequence that might lead to this specific condition.
Okay.
Okay, so okay, we need to break it down. Do we need to remember that load and increment and store thing?
Yes, you're supposed to. Yeah, I remember this. Even when she says, "Is there a way for something to starve?" You're supposed to think of a sequence. ये नहीं कि अच्छा, oh, just because we did this sequence, or it's not going to that. Let's suppose think of a sequence, because हमने पढ़ा था कि when we in the previous lectures, and even like I explained before, it's not like अच्छा पहले clown पूरा run किया, then child run entirely. These things run concurrently. So let's suppose if this is running, it could suddenly switch to another child, or it could suddenly switch back. Don't think, oh, child, one is gonna finish, then another is gonna start. They could switch back and forth, and when they switch back and forth, issue is gonna come. And to avoid those, you implement different stuff. And one thing is that, let's suppose child 1 is running, right? Child 1 is running, and it suddenly switches to child 2, and it stops over here. Wherever it stops, it's gonna stop over there, and when it comes back, it's gonna start from that specific part. That makes sense?
जी.
Let me know if it makes sense. If you're tired, let me know.
जी समझ गए.
You sure?
जी.
I thought you would be hyped. Okay, you got the answer. Seems like you're confused.
I'm समझ गया. I'm just thinking about how I can do it on my own,
Yeah.
Oh, जब तुम questions करेगा ना, questions करेगा. It's gonna make sense. Okay, next question is kind of similar. Let's see if you get this. Under the hypothesis, under the hypothesis, then all winners have been called. J equals to 2. Is it possible for the winner to never leave?
Under the hypothesis, all winners have been called.
मतलब उसको पैसे ही नहीं मिले. So prize run हो गया. और
Okay, let me explain once again. What she's saying, under the hypothesis that all winners have been called. So basically all the 5 winners, they became true. ठीक है ना? All the 5 winners, they became true. Is it possible for the winner to never leave winner/5? To never leave this? Oh, remember how I said over here when, remember, I can't make cheese na. A second. Remember how I said when this becomes true, this sleeps and it goes to child, right?
जी.
It doesn't have to necessarily go to child right away. What if this your function, let's suppose this becomes true and this moves on to the next one and then it repeats again. It doesn't necessarily right away have to go to that specific child. वो बाद में भी कभी जा सकता है, but eventually it's gonna know, अच्छा, my became true, so I leave the busy rate. Just keep this in mind. And now try to answer this. So let me repeat once again. Under the hypothesis that all winners have been called, so all the winners, they became true. Is it possible for the winner to never leave this, to never leave the busy rate?
Yeah, so it just sleep, isn't it? Sleep forever.
हाँ, भाभी इसको चुप कर देना.
So winner plus plus, again, if we break that down the same way.
Yeah.
Let me see. What would it be? It would be load the winner card. And then हो सकता है, yeah, हो सकता है, yes. Winner, there's gonna be a problem with the winner plus plus thingy. It's gonna cause a problem just like we did.
Yes.
Sign. It's gonna most likely, if you can make it 4. I'm saying.
Yeah, you're right.
So one of them is gonna get. I mean, all of them are gonna get stuck, are they not?
Yeah, all of them are gonna get stuck.
Yeah.
Okay, let me explain this now. See, okay. Let's suppose. You could do any winners, but let's suppose we start with 3 winners. Okay. Oh, there's 3 keys. Let's suppose these 2 winners have been called. Okay. So what should winner be right now?
3.
Winner equals to 3. Okay. So when 3 winners have been called, or 3 child have reached up to this point. Okay. And then let's suppose 3 winners have been called, and then clown, and one more thing. Let's suppose 3 winners have been called. So the 3 childs have ran. And one more thing she said over here, under the hypothesis that all winners have been. So under the until this point, all winners, the clown has done the for loop, then has done the for loop 5 times. Under this hypothesis. ठीक है ना? Clown is done with this work.
Yeah.
Clown is done right now. ठीक है? Let's also keep this in mind. Clown is done. So let's move to child 4. So CPU is like, okay, let me schedule child 4 now, because child 4 needs to go home maybe. ठीक है?
Yeah.
Child 4.
Okay, I will tell you what to write now. Okay.
Let me just do this for notes.
Okay.
Child 4 leaves. ठीक है? And then what's next?
अच्छा, मैं बताता हूँ. तो P1 हो गया. Let's do so P1 हो गया. We load in the value 3, right?
Let me tell you steps.
अच्छा, load our P1 or R1, which is 3.
Anything. You want to do P1, okay?
P1 equals 3. And then increment our P1 and
But
make it
one more thing you could do, acha, you don't have to necessarily do increment right next. You could just go to child 5. ये वैसे में करेगा increment, but you just need to
Yeah.
show that load. You just need to show that before it stores, it moves to the next one. ठीक
Yeah,
है?
it's just the order of the load. Yeah, makes sense.
P1
So
becomes what?
P1 becomes 4, and now we're gonna load in P2.
Now you need to show this. The child 5 is running now. ये सारा दिखाना or she's gonna cut off points.
अच्छा अच्छा
Child 5.
हाँ ये
she's
notes मुझे भेज दे फिर, because I didn't
child
write.
5 called leaves. ठीक है ना? Leaves.
Yeah.
And then winner
Plus
plus load becomes what?
load P2 becomes 3.
Okay, and one more thing I need to tell you, just like you know how we did over here, whatever is the latest value that gets stored, that's the latest value that gets stored in the specific variable. You know, जो आपका सबसे whatever is the recent one, that gets stored in that specific variable, that's what gets stored over here. You know, just keep this in mind.
Yeah, the last, you mean the last one, right? Like
yeah, recent one, last recent, yeah.
The stack of it, or whatever is on the top.
P2 becomes
3.
Increment
store 3 4 becomes 4.
Increment to
P2.
You sure?
Yeah, becomes 4.
4. And then you want to do store or just move back to child 4?
Store it, doesn't really matter. Just store it.
Stores. Winner.
So winner currently is 4.
What's next?
And now we go back to child 4 and then store 4 again, I guess. I don't know, maybe.
Yeah, line.
Store.
Store P1 equals 4.
So does that make sense?
Sí, señor.
If winner becomes 4. So आप देखो, one more thing. You see, all 5 child ran, but after all 5 child ran, winner has become 4. But according to this thing, when winner becomes 5, that's when the child leaves the busy wait. So according to this sequence, what's happening? Tell me what's happening according to the sequence.
Data coherence.
Data coherence, and this is going to lead to what? This is going to lead to, is it possible for the winner to leave, never leave? So according to this,
the winners will never leave the while loop and they will busy wait for the rest of their lives.
Yeah.
समझ गया अच्छा अभी now I understand the coherence more perfectly.
Winner is never gonna leave.
I just need to get in the habit of writing that format.
Gonna leave the busy wait. So we'll never get the money and we'll never go home. Bachare.
Clown जीत गया.
Yeah. Okay, one more thing. I'm just gonna tell this right now. When you do project 1, you're gonna see that every time you use a shared variable, such as you see totem on a shared variable, winner is a shared variable, you put something before this and something after this. Same for something before this and something after this. What this ensures is that एक वक्त में सिर्फ एक ही child is accessing the shared variables. Because when you so this you normally the way you do that is like you implement semaphores. But if you don't have them, then multiple processes can access them, and then you're gonna lead to what? Data coherence.
सही है.
So yeah, आप समझ लग रही थोड़ी बहुत data coherence की.
समझ गया, एकदम समझ गया.
Good shit. Now you kind of got the question?
Yeah.
And now you'll see most of the questions, their pattern repeats. So once you get the hang of it, most of them have the same pattern.
Oof.
Yeah, it's similar to
Yes.
Huh?
You tell me how. No.
I'm so confused. What?
Under the hypothesis that, let's do green color this time. Under the hypothesis that winner 5 become false. So you know how for part C we said that it's always true, right? This winner is always true, so they never leave B0. So she's saying under the hypothesis, let's suppose a time comes that all of them leave this. Okay, this becomes false. है ना? ये false हो जाएगा. Is it possible for one of the winner to never win their $20?
No. I say no. They all get their $20 because we're calling
So
get money.
mute अपन कर ले, unmute कर ले.
It is true, bro, because this leads to question number B, where
Yeah,
we don't have $100. We have less than $100.
Oh shit, you're right, bro.
it's less than $100.
Smart boy, bro. Smart boy connecting question B to D, bro.
So
Astaghfirullah.
like Hasib said, so just like B, you know how B only two of the children's have two of the children's had the data coherence issue, right? Child 1 and child 2. Let's suppose 4 children have data coherence issue. Let me get the pen. So let's suppose 4 children have data coherence issue. So over here, 4 children have. So eventually what's going to happen is the total amount, instead of going to 10, it goes to what?
-10.
80 total.
It goes to 80 total. It goes to 80 total. And when 4 of the students get their amount, one of them will not get the amount. So this way what happens? This way what happens?
One of them gets 0.
One of them will not get the money.
Damn, I did not see that. Damn.
Okay, let me show you how you would explain this. Let me show you how you would explain this. Oh,
And this shows that Wahab actually taught us.
Wahab actually what?
Taught us,
Yeah, bro. So,
mashallah.
I'm so hungry, bro.
in fact, bro, I'm so hungry. I didn't eat anything.
Acha, give me 1 second. My Apple Pen is charging.
तो उंगली use करना भाई.
Okay, after this is almost done. You know,
Use your mouse, bro. Use your mouse.
over here.
Yeah.
No, I don't want to do it. Because I want to make notes so I can send it to you guys.
हाँ फिर सही है. Okay, सही है. सही इंतजार कर लेंगे. कोई बात नहीं.
हाँ?
अच्छा under okay को अच्छा वही है.
छोड़
तो
दो, मैं कुछ
tricky
समझ
है
आ गया
भाई.
क्या
ये तो
करना है.
बहुत tricky है भाई. I didn't see that money thingy, bro.
What happened?
It was very tricky, bro.
The question?
Yeah.
वो at first we were stuck too. Then I'm like, यार हमने तो data coherence पढ़ा है. ये क्यों नहीं काम आ रहा? And that's how I got the hang of it. I'm like, oh, let's try doing this. And I asked the professor. She's like, she's like, bro, how you got the answer? Because I went to staff her office hours.
Oh, she didn't make data coins that serious. Like this is where it's used. This is where it's used. You know.
Yeah.
She just gave us that example one we did, and that's it.
That's why I said, my bola tha, trust me, if you guys don't know how to do the question, you guys are gonna get F. That's why I said to her, बाप के मैं समझा दूंगा. If I don't explain, you guys F. यार ये keyboard क्यों नहीं चल रहा? नहीं इसका. Give me 1 second. Da-da-da-da-da.
अच्छा भाई, the thing is, I'm able to do this live sessions, but recording it's very hard for me to just focus on it.
What you mean?
Like I would use my phone and then I can't ask questions and I get lazy, you know, like the 3-hour video, like I haven't started that, you know.
Yeah, live session it's better.
Yeah, exactly. Like I'm more focused on that because I get called on and I want to focus.
Yeah.
Yeah. Simon's different.
You think it's worth for me to go back to watch the first session already, or did I miss anything? Like, is there something he taught in the first session that he did not teach today?
Yeah.
Yes, I should watch it.
Yeah, you should. But you can skip so many things.
Arba passed out. He had the answer. He passed out.
That ass?
This guy passed out. He's like, bro, इसका बेटा मुझे नहीं समझ लग रही. He just passed out. He
He's
probably
like,
he probably went to coma.
I thought you went over like the same similar stuff as the other session you had.
No, session 1 was different.
Really? So I have to watch it then.
I didn't study before I came for this. It's
You
कोई
really.
don't.
बात नहीं, मैं सिखा लूंगा तुझे.
Give me 1 second. Give me a minute more. It's that pen is charging.
भाई दो पेन ले ले भाई. I'm gonna gift you one pen for
Well,
your
please
birthday.
do, bro.
This thing cost like $80 or $200. I don't know how much it is.
$100.
$100?
See, I have a whole setup. I have I write stuff for you guys.
I know, right? It's just crazy. I'm so glad I took 340 with you guys. Otherwise, I wasn't taking it at all. And luckily, I just went in.
See, I have a whole setup. I should become a professor, bro.
Yeah, the quarter school, bro. Go do that.
I like this, bro. This looks so nice.
I should have take 340 lessons too. Yeah.
Okay, the pen is good now. Let's go. Bismillah. So when you do these type of questions, one thing you need to keep in mind, you're supposed to give context before. So if you're at a certain point, you're supposed to tell the professor, winner is this, these many child have been called. So you have to say that. Or if you don't say that, she's gonna cut off points because she's strict on that. And at the end, you also put conclusion at the end, So for like, let's suppose part D, right? Part D, I'll say that let's suppose 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's suppose 10 child executed, not 10. Let's suppose 6 childs executed line 1. Basically, so guys executed line 1, and which is basically, 1 second, I forgot something.
4 of them had a data coherence issue.
Let's do 7. Wait, how many should we do? Yeah, let's do 7. Yeah, let's suppose the 7 childs executed line 1. Basically, 7 of them paid $10, and total amount became what?
7 of them paid $10.
Whoa, wake up! Stop being sleepy. I should be sleepy, bro.
$70, yes.
7 of them paid $10, and total amount equals to 70. So now child 7. Now execution steps, okay? Child 8, child 9, child 10 are gonna run. Okay? That makes sense? Hello?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Omar?
I'm just
Bro,
focusing. No,
what are
I
you
was
focused?
I was looking on line 2. Like you could go to line 2. It's not a problem, right? You
What
just put,
happened?
you said execute line 1, right? I was thinking line 2 is not causing any problems, so you can run that.
Line 1 is this.
I know, I was just saying why you would only go to line 1.
No, I'm just saying that childs there, 10 of them have executed this. They could just go to line 2 and line 3. They could go do whatever they want. I'm
Okay.
just showing that it's a SAR childs there, they have done this.
Okay.
7 of them basically gave $70.
Ji,
This is what I'm trying to say. You could see whatever you want, but just prove that 7 of them or 6 of them or whatever you want gave their money, or how many you want, जितने भी तू देना चाहता है. So or you could also do 9 childs gift, whatever जो दिल करता है.
सही.
Okay, total amount, whatever this is. So child 8 loads in what?
70.
Loads $70. So before incrementing, child 9 does the same thing. Child loads in what? 70. And then before going to next step, child 10 starts and child 10 loads in what?
70.
What happened? So now child 10 is like, let me increment. Child 10 increments to $80. Make sure you show the registers. I'm just skipping that for now.
Oh,
and then it stores 80 inside. Let's suppose this is total amount. It's was into TA $80. And then we come back to child 9. It does
Does load
inc-
increment and load again.
so
I mean,
child
load.
9 stores in this 70 for his, and then it increments, it becomes 82 because it stores the one it loaded,
Yeah.
increment and stores.
So the problem is when it concurrently loads the current value, it's not up to date.
It's not up to date, basically, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
And make sure you do, yeah, these sequence I'm showing are super important. And
Yeah.
it stores, right? That makes sense. So after all the child ran, the sub child chal gaye hain, after all of them ran,
Mhm.
after all of them ran, only $80 was collected by the CPU. Technically, $100 should have been collected, but there was an issue in the CPU because there was a data coherence issue, and it stored only $80. So
कोई corruption हो गया.
after all of them, and trust me, when I did the project, data coherence issue does happen if you don't put like semaphores and stuff, and it did happen for my projects. That shows that how different processes can run at the same time. So after all of the childs gave executed line 1, total amount became
So all of 80.
$80. Okay. Then you can, if you want to explain more, you could explain more. Then you could be like, it became $80, and then which means that, and after after four winners get their money.
After 4 winners, yeah, the total amount would be 0. So the 5th winner ends up with
Become
no money.
0, which means
5th winner goes home empty-handed.
5th winner gets nothing.
Never be able to win $20.
This satisfies.
Satisfies what?
This satisfied
Mm.
the problem
It-
statement, whatever.
Oh.
Whatever. ठीक है?
This is caused by data coherence and
And if you want to explain more, you could explain more, and then be like, "Acha, the whole code ran after all the code after 4 times the total amount became less 100, and then because of this, because of
Wait,
this,
question.
uh,
Total amount is 80. How can there be 5 winners then?
bro, what the question is it possible to have a winner that will not be able to win $20? So think about this. Don't look at the code right now. Think about this. When there's data coherence issue, so $80 were collected. When there's $80 collected, one of the winners will not get his money if it's a real festival, Think of it like that. Don't like go too literal with the code, because the code is not exactly 100% to the point, It's just basic, and it's basic pseudocode.
Yeah, makes sense. Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, I can. It just helps me visualize it when the winner gets.
What was your question? What was your question?
My question?
हाँ, तूने कुछ पूछने लगा था. You're like, how
Oh yeah,
does
I asked like how can the while loop run like choose 5 winners when it's only gonna run 4 times based on $80 we have because it's reducing $20 each time.
yeah, it reduces, then it becomes 0. Once it becomes 0, once there's $0 in the festival, so that means that the 5th winner will not get the money.
Yeah, I mean, I just better visualize it if we had $90 and then the 5th winner get like $10 and he still gets like just we
Yeah,
still get.
you could say that too. Is it possible to have a winner that will not be able to win $20? You could say the same thing, that we have $90 and this becomes -10, or like after 4 winners run or 4 winners get their money, one of the winner just gets $10 and does not get $20. You could say the same something like that too, but you just
Yep.
need to prove that one of them does not get $20.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah, makes sense.
Good.
Yep. Thank you so much.
I'm so hungry, bro. Acha, I'm just gonna let you one thing. This was the easiest of the simple questions.
Wait, the one you went over?
This was the easiest of the story questions.
The one we just went over. Assalamualaikum. Assalamualaikum. The one we just went over was the easiest one, you're saying?
Honestly, it's not it's the same, but like देखो बाकियों का भी it's the same thing. There's 10
Yeah.
child.
Assalamualaikum. No, my goodness. Sorry, what you said?
Hmm?
Sorry, did you say something? I missed it.
No, they're all the same. You see, for this question, it's like childs, and there's also a clown, and then the professor's like, this is just repeated. वो गलती हो गया उससे. Over here, instead of like tickets, it's like numbers or like maybe like gifts. But like when you do these type of questions, you need to like see like कि हो क्या रहा है.
Wait,
अच्छा,
वो
what's
देखो, number I is equal to 1 max of 1 and I max मतलब वो सबसे बड़ा जो है ना.
you gotta read the problem statement and then understand.
Okay, makes sense. Yeah.
You read the and then over here what's going on. Then over here is that's the max one. You gotta read the problem statement, and then one of them was different. One of them, honestly, all of them are the same thing. You see, all of them are the same thing. It says वो थोड़ा सा change कर देगा. Instead of tickets, it's a ball, or instead of clown, it's gonna be a chef or something like that. You know.
Yeah.
We good?
Yeah,
And let
I'm
me
good.
know once you have any questions, and if you want me to like solve something, I could do it.
What
But
about the exam to practice?
and this has answers too.